I mean, the last time I talked, I heard about a whole Chelsea rebrand. But if you guys want to go back to your slutty ways, going through managers,
Wow.
Wow.
Let Beta speak on it.
They didn't pin out themselves now.
Speak your truth, Beta.
Did you know how many times I cried? You know how many times I cried, bro? Every time I see Nagelsmann coaching,
you can't call this team a golden generation. There's nothing.
I was asked what is a register. I swear he said someone.
no way.
I knew it.
Once is an anomaly, twice a coincidence, 3 times is a pattern, 4 times is juju. That's my saying. So I'm sorry. It's witchcraft is happening. Mount Kilimanjaro. We're gonna have a discussion about the famous mountain named Mount Kilimanjaro. Let's have a discussion. Should we put too much importance in preseason, or has vindication season started early for Chelsea fans, and do Chelsea fans need to hold this W? We'll talk about Man United's preseason game that pretty much grabbed the headlines because of Mason Mount missing from 1 year away. Then, guys, we are pretty much at the cusp of the season, because I always find this weird. Is this the start of the season, or is it not the start of the season? Because I feel that this is more so like the unofficial start of the season, which of course is the Community Shield. So obviously everything fully starts on Friday, Burnley against Man City. But this is sort of like the precursor to the protocol that is the EPL season. But we're going to talk about, yes, the Community Shield, but I really want this to be this discussion of the best 2 teams last year, which were Arsenal and Man City, and look at where both teams are at, what chances do Arsenal have of saying what's up? Are City going to continue to punk Prince Charles by doing a 4-piece? We talk about Arteta, Pep, the new signings, all that jazz. Guardiola coming through, Kovacic coming through, Rice coming through, Timber coming through. And then after that, since it is the sort of unofficial start of the Premier League, I thought this is going to be like a last top 10 show, because we'll get back to original programming next Saturday and Sunday. So this is the last of the top 10s, and we're going to be doing the top 10 Premier League champions. Now we'll continue to do the top 10s when we have like an international break, but for now this will be the last top 10 until the international break. So yeah, top 10 EPL winners, and I'll give you the criteria before we do that. Actually, look, I put out the shortlist. So let's just say the criteria is how good were those freaking teams. So as you well know, 10th is Leicester City, first is the Chelsea 05 team. So just do from 2 to 9.
You wish.
Sure. So just do 2 from 9, and they will not be good. So guys, remember guys, like the vid, subscribe if you're new. Man, sit back, have your meal, have your drink, and hopefully you enjoy this show and have a few laughs. Remember guys, all Hangouts are going to be on Spotify. So go to Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcast from. The podcast will be available podcast from on Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts, and Amazon Podcasts. Just search up Half Ups Football Hot Hangouts. And remember, guys, if there's any, please feel free to send in your super chats. Your super chats and your Dubinskis, aka your dubs, help this channel to grow, and is the reason why I can do this as a full-time job. As long as you're not a Daddy Oos, feel free to send in those Dubinskis, man. So, guys, after all of that yik yak and jazz, let's get to the first order of business, man. So, here's the thing. I'm going to put up an image. Obviously, for guys who are listening, I'm just going to put up an image. So, NLBMF, when you see this image, what goes through your mind as a United fan? Then obviously I'll kick it over to Jason. So what goes through your mind?
It should be scoring there, but it is what it is.
No. There's no but, or it is what it is. Let's have a real discussion of that. I think that's less than 18 yards because that's not the penalty spot. The penalty spot is
I think the ball was. To be fair, I think
no,
the ball was
don't do that.
Behind.
The ball was behind. Is that what you say? The ball was behind
because you was another angle of the when the cross came in. The ball was a little behind the rim, so I can't. It should be scoring that back.
No. See, okay, this is. I hate when people say the ball behind. See, you can use an excuse if, let's say, you're a brick or any of us here on this panel who are not professional players. If you are 60 mil, you wear the number 7 jersey, and you've been promoted as a marquee signing. There's no excuse for this.
There's no that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no. You should be scoring that. Like, that should be a goal any day of the week. But no, I can't really criticize right now because like this just it's just this is a friend. This one you get the bad stuff out of the game. So
okay, so from the few games that you've seen of Mounts, you're not worried.
I'm not worried. No, I think people are just overreacting a little bit right now. But I'm not really worried. If you watched and study what Mount is actually doing for the team.
I hate when guys do this. See, no, BMF. No, because people say, oh, no, you have to really look deep. No, that's for like a 20-25. For a 60 mil, no, BMF, I'm sorry, for 60 mil, he should be a star player. He has to stand out.
Yeah, I'm saying like for a 60 mil signing, you should definitely like. I'm not passing my judgment yet to like when the season starts. I'm seeing what I'm seeing right now. I'm seeing some good stuff. Just like look at Rice.
Wait. Can you name the good stuff?
Nah, look at Rice for example, right?
No, BMF. What's the good stuff? Forget about Rice.
Yeah, please don't say that he's English.
Nah, if you're doing some good stuff like our counter pressing, for example, Tenag wants to win. Tenag wants to win the ball.
What's he doing good on the ball?
This is okay. So BMF, you paid 60 mil for hard work.
No, I'm not saying we paid 60 mil for. We can't. I'm just saying. I know what you're trying to do, HH. They're just trying to do. They're just trying to get.
I'm not trying to do. I'm just trying to host a show. I'm just trying to host a show.
Nah,
I'm not doing anything, bro.
I'm not. With Mount, right? I'm not trying to pass a judgment into the season start because it's the same thing. We saw the same thing last summer with what's it called with Ireland. I'm not trying to say it's going to be Ireland this season, but we saw the same thing with Ireland when he played against Liverpool and he missed that. Was it that 1-on-1? So I'm not going to pass a judgment right now. Is this this is a new team, a new system. He's getting he has to adapt to it. That's the issue I'm seeing, right? You just have to adapt to the new system and the new role he has to play. I can't just pass a judgment right now when it's a friendly game. It's the same thing with Rice. Like, Declan Rice is not coming to the Arsenal team and just looking incredible. He has to adapt to this game. So I can't pass a judgment yet. So, but what I've seen from him, like I've seen some really good stuff, like I said with the counter press and stuff. Like that's actually good for it because last season when we had Eriksen in our team, we were just easily bypassing the midfield. So. I'm happy with what I'm seeing with Mount. I definitely want to see more from him. So
okay. Jason, worry what's with your boy Mount then.
If you just show my age.
No, I can't. No. Come on.
Then check the hashtag then.
Okay. No. Grom. That's my hashtag. So no. Wait. Hold up. Jason, that hashtag came after a few years. You can't have that hashtag. Wait, before he's actually kicked a ball officially this season.
I mean, can he even kick a ball? I mean, he failed then.
Okay, so you're not going to give him a chance.
I'll give him a chance, but there's only so much I can take because I've already made a reservation for him because I've seen what he's done in a Chelsea shirt and it was not that impressive at all. Like, he's had good form. That's it. He's had form. Nothing being there's been no consistency from this guy. Like, okay, under Lampard, he was, a decent player in that first season. Second season, the Tuchel, then he performed under Tuchel because that bit of Lampard when he got sacked, terrible player. I mean, I remember him getting the captaincy because he was English and he's young.
Yeah. And also because Lampard knew he was getting sacked in the morning.
And then the second season under Tuchel, he was Norwich, man. He got like 10 GA against Norwich of all teams who got relegated.
Shout out Norwich, bro. Shout out Norwich. And
then I don't know what he did last year. What was he doing? I mean, he's more relevant in TikTok. And
this is what I would say, right? This is what I always say. Like, when we Mount, right? I think you can't pass the judgment.
Hold on, before it comes to let me just get ideas from everyone, then I'll come back. So, AK Mount, should we be judging people too harshly on preseason? Because AK, I got attacked in the comments by saying that, hey, it's preseason, relax. Why you jump into conclusions? United won the game at the end of the day 3-1. So,
AJ, you know my opinions on Mount, don't you?
I think that he's the closest thing to Messi that England have had. Isn't that what you said?
No.
Maybe the audience needs to know.
I said very much the opposite. I said that he was an inspiration for me losing weight.
Oh wow!
Because he's so average. I think HH, as much as I've said Mount is an incredibly average player, it's preseason. I don't think there has been a more scrutinized preseason for any team with this season. This season for me, so many people are scrutinizing their teams, opposition teams, based on preseason alone, and I'm like, it's preseason.
No. Do you know what it is? Is that Yashmish clear points? I think with every year, social media grows, and football social media grows even more prevalent with each given year. So I think because of how many people are using social media, how powerful social media is, the introduction of TikTok right now, and just how much football social media is growing, where guys have a career through social media and on football, it's going to be even much more. Everything is going to be scrutinized now because it's true. Yeah. Preseason, guys. That's why I hardly do. Only if it's like a big story, I may do a preseason thing. Guys, preseason means nothing. It's irrelevant.
Yeah, it's not like nobody tries in preseason. So,
no.
But even then, I think there's a reason why Ten Hag wants Sofian Amrabat. HH. It's because Bruno and Mount go so far high that they're not midfielders; they're fake forwards.
Nah, that's
we're saying we're getting the Moroccan Andrew Tate.
That's why
he's the Moroccan Andrew Tate. But let's be honest, he can pass. He can do short passes better than Casemiro.
Yeah.
He can actually pass from A to B.
Wait, you say Mount?
No, Amrabat.
Amrabat. Oh wow.
But you can't tackle. That's the big problem.
But J2 is Amrabat better deeper than Mount?
No, it's Amrabat.
I'm pretty sure that Miano Kid and McTominay, they could be pretty good from deep.
Can I say this? The Amrabat signing is not because of Mount. The Amrabat signing is because of Casemiro. Like I've been saying for a long time, Ten Hag is actually moving on
because you're treating Casemiro like he's Rodri. You're asking him to dictate the play from deep.
But every top club, right? The number 6 have to do that. Like it's literally you look at City, they have Roger who can get the ball out from the defense and move it forward. Same thing with Arsenal. Same thing with Chelsea. They get Caicedo, right? United cannot you literally have to have that.
Here's okay. What is Amrabat's role in this team? What is Mount's role in this team? What is their role in the team?
I said with Amrabat, right? I already said, like, if he comes in, surprising, I think he might start some games over Casemiro, because Casemiro right now, when you actually watch him,
hold on. So he's a Casemiro replacement.
Yeah, because with Casemiro right now, right, what he does, Ten Hag doesn't like it, because he's so undisciplined in the midfield, right? He gets the ball, right, and I'm thinking, just keep it moving, just keep it calming down.
Wait. I thought Casemiro was one of your mainstays.
Yeah, it's one of
them.
Yeah.
He won't necessarily be a replacement.
Wait. Okay, back to AK.
No.
So you feel that this what Mount has done in this preseason, where he's not really been that remarkable, doesn't give you any indications because it's preseason?
It's preseason, yes, but even then, you see an idea of the way a team plays in preseason. That's what I look at in preseason.
Yes.
How does the team play? I don't care if they win or lose.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. Result doesn't matter. It's just about performance in the look.
How do you play? But and I look at this midfield, and it's exactly what we all said it was: transitional midfield, a midfield that is you have a good back four that you're trying to bypass the midfield, and your midfield is focused on the final third creating
no. I mean, basically they're promoting cardio for promotion.
Exactly, and there's a reason why we said that a Casemiro, Bruno, Mount midfield doesn't work, and that's what's being shown. Because all three of these guys are doing the roles that they were said. I think Mount is doing what Ten Hag is telling him to do, which is harry the players off the ball. We don't want you for on-ball duty. We want you more as an off-ball player. He's doing that, but you're already seeing that the balance in the midfield is not right. That's why Ten Hag wants Amrabat, because he could be a Casemiro replacement as a guy who's a better on-ball player than Casemiro himself.
I just feel sorry for Casemiro because he's gone from Kroos and Modric to Bruno and Mount.
But what I want to so what is Mount's position going to be in this team? What is his role?
I think Mount is Mount is an advanced 8, so we play with advanced 8 throughout the season.
So what's Bruno's role?
The advanced 8, but he's on the right side. They just basically they beg.
Okay, bear me hold. Okay, so you have 2 advanced 8s.
Yes. Yeah, every team has 2 advanced 8.
Wait, BMF, do you invert your fullbacks?
Yeah, we do.
Wait. Can you invert Wan-Bissaka?
Exactly.
Look sure it's going to be the inverted fullback if we have to. Normally we play with a 3-1-6 or a 3-2-5. So
you can't invert just one flank, because what are you going to do in the other flank? You're going to be Anthony going around in 360s?
No, Anthony needs support, so that was not going to be inverting as a right back. He needs, that's Anthony's game. He needs support to know.
Wait, just to the Chelsea fan in here, what was Mount's best position at Chelsea, like on a serious level?
It was an 8, no, 8 basically.
Exactly,
because he got played on the flank, used as crap because he doesn't know how to dribble or beat his man. His best position was as an advanced 8. But here is the issue here. BMF, based on the balance, you can't have 2 guys doing the same thing. Specifically, you can't have 2 advanced 8s.
Yes, you can. Yes, it can work.
I mean, you can, but you can't play that with Casemiro.
Exactly, you can't play with Casemiro. So, let's say...
Okay, true. If you have that, you sure as heck must have a midfielder of a high level who can hold that midfield. So are you telling me that Amrabat is of that high level of midfielder that can hold the midfield intact with 2 advanced 8s?
He's not. Because if you have Mount and Bruno up the pitch as their advanced 8s, Amrabat is not that good. Casemiro is better than Amrabat.
Amrabat
can pass the ball better than Casemiro.
I think the reason why we signed Amrabat is because Amrabat can do, keeping the ball, moving the ball quickly. And also, it's actually good outside of possession. That's why Ten Hag wants him more, I think, than other midfielders. But it can work. It can work. We just haven't seen it. We haven't seen it fully yet. Throughout this process.
No. But basically, I'm sorry. I think we're going around in circles because we are running away from the key answer here, which is that for Mount's best position, it's something that United did not need.
Yes, we do. We had Eriksen.
So Ben, if you're saying that, no, Eriksen, no, that's a different role
than Mount.
So
Wait, way more stable in midfield with Eriksen, Bruno, and Casemiro than Mount, Bruno, and Casemiro.
But Eriksen.
Wait. So Ben, if you're saying that what United needed, keyword needed, was another advanced 8, is that what you're telling me?
Yeah. Yes, we did. Yes,
we needed
because
the way to play like Caicedo.
You need to understand this, right? People need to understand this, right? Ten Hag is not Pep. Why do people think is the guy is a Pep Guardiola? The problem is people think we should build our team similar to Pep or Arteta. No, you were never gonna win the league if you try to copy Pep. No one's gonna win the league.
No one is saying he should copy Pep. We're just saying that was Mount's based on what his best role is and what he provides.
Yeah.
Is that what he needed when he already had Bruno?
Yeah, because look at this, right? I'll keep it simple like this. We needed Mount because the way Ten Hag is trying to play his football, right? It needs that type of player. Someone that good on the ball and can counter press. Eriksen can, bro. We saw against Serie, right? The way
there's better players that do that job off the ball and also quality on the ball.
Hold on. Okay, I want to go to Hokage. Where do you stand at this whole Mount thing then with United? Hokage.
Yeah, I mean, we all expected this. He wasn't going to do anything special with the team, and I know it's just preseason, but I'm expecting more. I'm expecting 9 more months of this crap. So, yeah, I mean, Man U are going to struggle to make Champions League again. I think they're going to fight. That midfield isn't going to help them. They didn't get their striker. I don't think they really even improved at all this window. So it's not looking good. It's not looking good for in my opinion.
Wait, Hokage, wait. We're not repping Rasmus in 2023.
Wait,
racism is not getting repped, HH. Racism
Holland isn't even fit. He's out for 6 weeks.
No, it's just
so we signed a striker.
It's 3 weeks, not 6 weeks.
Oh, but still, so he's missing the start of the season. So what's the point?
Yeah, but
how did he pass his medical?
Jason he'll cook 70 mils.
Bro,
he has to cook for 70 mils.
Bro, we haven't seen the signings play yet. Yeah,
no. Here's the thing with Rasmus. All I'm saying is 70 mil is very steep.
We didn't actually pay 70 mil. We actually paid 60 mil. The other millions are
BMF. Okay, can I ask no. 60 mil. That's a lot of money for a guy that no one really knows about. But BMF, you're right. We haven't seen him play because Rasmus. Because see, I know Mount. I already know. I know what Mount is about. So for Mount, I already know what it's about. Rasmus, I don't know. I honestly don't know because he should come in and say what's up.
Something.
Can I ask a question?
Let me come to. So Abdallah, you're taking Mount and then go to AK.
As you predicted, HH. This was predicted in terms of more of this is yet to come with Mount. He doesn't score goals apart from relegation clubs such as Norwich. He's not he can't shoot, he can't assist apart from for me he's just living off that UCL final assist.
Which is straight pass.
It's a waste of 60 million pounds. Honestly, someone with 1% of IQ, tell me, or footballing IQ, what does Mount offer? Unless you're a England EDL supporter fan, tell me what he offers.
No. Here's the thing, though. Mount isn't. So here's my thing with Mount. Abdallah, you can't say that Mount is useless. That is too extreme. No, he's not. No, Mount just offers you something. The issue is he doesn't offer you something that is worth 60 mil. You see, for 60 mil, you need to offer something that is of a substantial amount. Mount offers you something, but as I always say that, Mount is a great supplementary piece. He cannot be your star player. You can't build your team around him. If Mount is one of the main guys in your team, you are going nowhere. If Mount is a supplementary piece to your main players, he's a very good supplementary piece. But my issue here, which is what I'm worried about United, is are you putting a lot of onus and pressure on Mount to really deliver? Because if you're doing that, then I'm like, bro, I'm sorry. Mount is not a superstar. He's not a superstar player. He's a decent player who can do decent things and make decent decisions. But in terms of this is what's Bruno? Hence why I don't know where BMF is coming from, because that role that Bruno plays that role very well. Mount cannot play that role anywhere near as Bruno. Because Mount doesn't have the passing of Bruno. Mount doesn't have the vision of Bruno. Mount doesn't have the goal-scoring abilities of Bruno. So you now bring him in there so basically you've bought a poor man's version of what Bruno does. So which is why I'm confused because everything that is needed for that advanced 8, Bruno does it far better than Mount. So I'm confused.
Bruno doesn't ever have to.
Can I ask BMF a question?
Yeah. BMF. No, Ben, what the hell? Ben, did you just say half ton?
Yeah, Bruno doesn't have. Bruno doesn't.
Hold on, wait.
Nah, bro.
I know. AK, talk to me.
I look at Ten Hag as someone. It's not like BMF. It's not about talking about like playing like Pep or playing like Arteta. I don't think Ten Hag wants to play that way.
Yeah.
But even if, like, for example, Klopp doesn't play anywhere like Pep or Arteta.
Exactly.
But look at his midfield. You had Henderson, Wijnaldum, and Fabinho. People don't know Wijnaldum and Fabinho. What they were very adept at operating deep. Fabinho was good with the ball at his feet. He didn't try like Hollywood passes or anything, but he was good at retaining and recycling possession. And Wijnaldum was incredibly press resistant. So does Mount and Casemiro do not offer you the same level deeper down the pitch that even a Wijnaldum Fabinho duo offered Liverpool? I'd argue this. Kovacic, who went to Man City, was a better fit for Manchester United than Mount because he's actually good deeper. He doesn't need to do the final third stuff, which he's not that good at.
But we need final third plays because we struggle to score goals. Like I'm not saying
Mount's going to be a great.
I'm not saying Mount. I'm not saying HH. I didn't say that. I'm not trying to say Mount is going to add to that. What I'm trying to say is that he has the creativity of our team. You know, bro, Jason, you actually sick. You actually sick.
Yeah, but couldn't that work? Because
always has that.
Look at this. This is why I'm saying that we actually are going to have a good season because the Mount signing, right? I get people most people say it doesn't make sense, But my thing is this: if because before United signed him, Arteta and club wanted him. Like that's for me to show like they were thinking the same way Ten Hag wants to use him. That invest
BMF, don't run away. You added Mount for creativity?
Yes, he was your best career when you won the Champions League. Like
what?
One assist.
Was literally
that was
This is playing facts.
Drop a break.
This is playing facts.
Drop a break.
This is like Yasser levels of brickness, man.
He's a
BMF low key. You're dropping disaster class. Low key. Low key.
When your team, right? Mount was literally
Mount was Chelsea's best creator.
He created your most chances. He literally created most.
Wait. Even if that's true, they're a more defensive team anyway.
Yeah.
So if you're the guy advising Ten Hag, Lord bless you. Wait, BMF, you have to realize this. Because BMF, just keep it a stack. Let's just deal with the reality.
Okay.
If Mount does well, it will be a surprise and a shock. Because BMF, the only Chelsea fans who were sad to see Mount go were the proper Chelsea hardcore Mount fans. Most Chelsea fans were like, yeah, bro, this guy, he ain't that good, so we're not losing anything. Because, Mount is not known for creativity. Because, BMF, if you went to most of the Chelsea fan base and be like, yeah, man, Mount's an amazing creator, most Chelsea fans be like, what? Excuse me? Mount's a creator? BMF, come on, bro.
No, I think you'll go too far with Mount. I think you'll go too far with Mount. I think Mount is literally, it's going to receive the next, Harry Maguire's, type of treatment. So I think you'll go too far with Mount. But what I'm saying is that I would say, I know some people don't like the idea of Mount.
Hold on. Okay, Gullet, your take on Mount since you just come in. Have your take on Mount and United.
This was
perfect. Thank you. Gullet said. So Gullet,
yes.
Maybe because they call me the hater. Is Mount what does Mount offer United? Based on what you've seen of him at Chelsea, and I know that you've seen him live at the Bridge, what does Mount offer United? And do you think that he's actually a good buy in terms of what he can provide for United as an additional advanced 8?
Okay, as a Chelsea fan, I would definitely say he's a fantastic buy for Man United. But the reason, let's be completely honest, Mount for us as Chelsea fans, and have hope can agree with me, we cannot pinpoint what the hell Mount was doing. This guy, when I look at him in certain games, he seems as though he's a utility player. Other games, he seems as though a player that comes in the last minute into the box, like a fox in a box that comes in the last minute and scores a goal. But in terms of creativity, Mount never had the vision to be a creative. I'm sorry, but in terms of how I see football, I've been watching football for a very long time.
Yes.
I don't see Mount to be a creative outlet, especially for a big team as Man United. And to put more salt in the wound, this guy and BMF is here now. You can and J2S is here as well. Thank God. You guys were taunting us because of Mount. Literally, few months ago, you guys were calling him names, Mount Kilimanjaro, methamphetamine Mount, whatever. This guy was the butt of jokes in Chelsea, him and cocaine, Gallagher. Yes. Now that he went to you guys, all of a sudden, he is, I don't know, the new George Best. I don't get it, to be honest. The guy,
No, but basically, I say, there are fans that, I would say there are two sets of fans. Like I always say, treble fans, football fans. The treble fans, whatever your club does, you have to support. You have to find a way that any decision your club takes, you have to try and find a way to defend it because you're a treble fan. But if you're a footballing fan, you will look at the footballing truth. You're like, Mount for 60 mil doesn't make sense. But for those fans, because I'm sorry, you can't sell me that Mount is this great, amazing buy. You can't do it. I'm sorry, you're not going to do it because you just look at
tribal fans. Tribal fans are sheep. You have no mind of your own. You just follow what the crowd says or what you're programmed to be told.
Well, I just think for those tribal fans, I just think they're guys who are like, this is my life,
NPCs.
And I have to be happy, and this club makes me happy. So I've got to put a positive spin on anything that my club does.
Wait, can I quickly just ask Gula a question as well? He's
Yeah,
a Chelsea fan. What was Mount's best position at Chelsea?
Obviously, when Lampard was there, he used them differently, and then we had, of course, Tuchel that used it differently. But I would say as an 8. The best performance he had was as an 8.
So say, a rigid 8 or an advanced 8?
To be honest, because of his fitness, and he was one of the, he was very useful when it comes to our press. I would say mostly in terms of pressing from the front, thanks to Tuchel, he was used as an advanced 8. That's why he had more chances to come into the box late, score goals. That's why he had the best game against Norwich.
Okay, so keep it in mind. So do two advanced 8s work at United with him and Bruno being two advanced 8s? Do you see that working?
No, because in that way, Casemiro is going to be left stranded.
Well, that's why they're trying to get Amrabat. So can Amrabat hold the midfield by himself?
But if we get Amrabat, he'd still be exposed because Casemiro and Amrabat have deficiencies in the game. Casemiro is good defensively, but he's not great at passer, and he's a bit slower now because he's getting older. Amrabat can't tackle. He's a recycler of the ball. He's not that great defensively.
What?
No. People are going to base this just off that World Cup campaign. Watch him at Fiorentina,
which is very dangerous. Let's see, that's what for me. See, I'm going to be fair here. Like, let's see. Okay, I'll step back. AK, as the Moroccan here, talk to me. Amrabat, what do we say? As in, looking beyond just the World Cup, as a Moroccan.
Okay, so the World Cup, he was very good. Okay, I'll take that out of the way. At Fiorentina, I think defensively it's actually very good. I think on the ball is where his deficiencies lie, because when you look at Amrabat, one thing you mentioned lies when you're a 6 who's very good on the ball, like a Busquets, you see how fluid he turns, for example.
Yeah.
Amrabat's quite stiff when he turns. So it's easy to dispossess him back to goal. Like, for example, when a goalie's passing out from the back and he's receiving it, it's easy to dispossess him. His defensive numbers are good, but they're skewed because Fiorentina could dominate most games they play because they're possession.
So can Amrabat hold that midfield if Mount and Bruno are constantly advanced?
He isn't that level. I'll say he's a good player. I'm not saying he's not exceptional. He's a good player, but I think you need support next to him.
And hatred.
Because this is the conundrum. My assumption was Casemiro and Amrabat. But if you have that means either one of Mount or Bruno gets sacrificed. Because I'll be real with you, what works is Casemiro, Amrabat, Bruno. That's what works. But you've brought Mount, so that means so because Mount is there, you've got to fit him in. So once you now fit him in, because
I think the away games.
It only works if you have a truly quality midfielder who is good on the ball, i.e., a peak Busquets. Or maybe a Frankie de Jong, where this guy is extremely confident in possession and can hold that midfield. Is that what Amrabat is?
I think the Amrabat, Casemiro, and Bruno. I think that's where we use that away games, mostly away games, because we struggle away games.
But then, you can't drop your number 7 and your star man who is 60 million
pounds. Bro, 10 out he's going to drop you. He has to drop it, bro. That man doesn't.
Because he's going to want to have to play both because he's made his bed. He spent 60 million on Mount, and
but
you went for him. We were chasing Mount.
Yeah, but for that if we go away to Anfield now, you don't have to play. You can play Mount, Bruno, and Amrabat as your midfield and just get the job done. But the home games, you probably play Mount, Bruno, and Casemiro or Amrabat. So
even in the World Cup, though, when we played in the World Cup, when we were on the ball, Amrabat never received on the ball under much pressure.
It's actually press resistant, but like on the ball sometimes it's kind of like it's iffy.
Because my thing though is if the tactic, if I'm on the opposing team, is press the heck out of Amrabat or Casemiro whenever they receive the ball, because two dudes are just going to be in La La Land. Just put two guys and just put a little pressure on the one guy. So when that one guy receives the ball, it's like,
that's a risk. That's a risky move because you come in space there, and then Nana has time to ping a ball.
No. I'm saying once Amrabat receives, you're not pressing when Nana has the ball because they don't know. But if Amrabat or someone receives it, you make a good, clever, well-timed press, and now you're now putting a lot of pressure, and that means you're now relying a lot on their skill and ability to beat that press and give it to Bruno Mars. Once they do, great. But I'm just saying.
I have an idea. I would say what they should do is possibly do similar, not like a City, but do similar to a City where on the ball, you push Amrabat and you push Martinez into midfield because Martinez.
You're gonna see that. Martinez is stepping in midfield. Yeah,
you can use Onana higher up as like another center back almost, and then keep when Amrabat's under pressure, tell Amrabat to recycle it to Martinez, and Martinez can beat the press.
Look, see. My thing here is this. Okay, let's be fair here. I am waiting for the Mount disaster class this to happen. So I make no bones and everything about that. Like, I'm here for the Mount disaster class. If he does well, fine. He does well. But I'm just putting this out there. If he has a disaster class, we will be there. we will be there like Mbappe. We will be there with Mbappe if this guy has a disaster class. So that's what I'm saying. Okay, well, let me quickly take some Dubinsky's, man. So shout out to your boy Ifman. Thank you for the dub, Ifman, man. Chelsea fans said they don't care about Mount and Havertz leaving. I didn't think they're happy they left. Yes, Chelsea fans can't stop stalking them, tweeting and making preseason films. No. But no. Ifman, let me put this into perspective here. It's about vindication. Ifman, trust me, we are very happy to see those guys go because those guys have been frustrating as heck for us. But I'm sorry, we want to have our fun. So seeing Havertz and Mount fail, of course that deserves a retweet. And I said retweet, not re-X, retweet. So of course that deserves a retweet. So my thing, Ifman, this is all parts of the football fans back and forth. Ifman, it is what it is. So and Ifman, here's the thing though, it works both ways. If Mount is amazing, scores an amazing goal, you cannot be like, hey, guess what? We got the star player. So it works both ways. So
that is very unlikely.
No, Abdullah, here's the thing right now. What I've learned in football is anything is possible. So because Abdullah, what I'm not going to do on the internet is Mount is going to be trash, and then Mount now has an amazing season. United win the league. Mount wins player of the season, and this clip gets played over and over and over again. So that's what's not going to happen. Because trust me, I don't want that. Next to Mount.
Clip me. He will have a shit season.
Premier League bias is crazy if people think. Okay, here's the thing right now.
Yeah, I saw that.
You see, Musk, bro, do something right in your life. Just do something right. People who tweet sinful things, and I call this a football sin. Saying KDB is anywhere near Zidane is a football sin. If you do that, you should have your accounts taken away and you should have your house burnt down.
Agreed, HH.
So there should be, because Musk, I know you're rich. Get those drones of yours and pinpoint the house that people living in. That if it's a basement, fine. If it's a tent, fine. Burn their tent, burn their house, burn their campfire. Anybody that does this crap, 100%.
Wait, burn their campfire?
Yes. No, sorry. They're bro. Haven't played Red Dead Redemption. There may be guys who don't sleep next to grass and the campfire. So burn the campfire. Shout out to your boy Wink. Wardell Connor is improving technically. Wink, stop it. Wink, stop it. It's a Wink. Say Wink. It's guys like you that I begin to hate, because it's guys like you that will keep that cocaine dude in as an idiot. If bad, you judge a player after a season to call them a flop. In the social media era, you get called a flop after half a season, let alone a flop in the preseason. If man, welcome to social media. Like, that's the point that AK now made. Because I hold my hands up. Zidane would have been cooked a lot more if there was social media back there. Because trust me, Zidane wasn't consistent throughout the whole season.
Mm-hmm.
No. But the issue is, this is the era that we live in, and everybody is going to scrutinize everything that you freaking do. So if you get bro, that's what what's it called? Ice Spice. Ice Spice would not have been a thing in 2002 or 04 or even 06. But in 2022, 2023, Ice Spice is a thing. So if Mitoma makes you put your ass out, go down on all fours, that's what we mean. So Abdal, I'm sorry. Basically, in 2022, guys like Jace West are literally waiting to meme you and make an image out of you.
Oh, I didn't say anything.
So that's the Jace West. We can see your freaking image there. So it is. Jay Jokin. Phil Schofield has a better first. Okay, let's keep going. Let's not do that. Let's just keep going. Blaze A. Thank you the dub. I love how Blaze A. I love how BMF rates Mason Climb's hard work, but calls the other Galadog, even though he impacts, scores, and tackles more than Mason Climb so far.
Hey, it's what he is.
Galadog?
No, but BMF, don't tell a lie. If, let's say, for some whatever reason, Ten Hag bought Gallagher for 60 mil, you'd find a way to twerk for Gallagher.
I'll be like, Ten Hag out.
No, baby. No, you'd find a way to twerk for him, bro. Ariel B, thank you, the dub. HH, is Luke Shaw world class?
No.
Because some United fans said he is top 2 left backs in current football. If not, who is better? United is Delusion FC. Do you know this all started at the Euros? What's it called? Shorini. No, Roberto Carlos.
It didn't help the fact that Roberto Carlos.
He's a quality left back, but he's not world class.
No, Luke Shaw is a very solid left back. He's a very solid left back. Who is a better? He's a better centre back than Maguire. Don't tell anyone he's a better centre back than Maguire. So no. Look for me. He's not world class. He's good.
Yeah, I think
the guy is a quality left back.
I think in 2 years' time, he's going. I think they're going to make him play center back more than left back. So,
yeah. So sorry, Jason, what do you want to say?
Yeah, I said Shaw is hit that type of player, that category on his day. He's really good. He's like the Pogba. On his day, he's really good, but then other times, it's just the inconsistency.
Yeah, it's just the mentality.
But here's the thing, though. Is he a kind of guy that can give you a 4 or a 3 on a consistent level? I think he's the kind of guy where he's in that kind of 6, 7, 8, 9, 6, 7. Yes. I don't think he's a guy that can just give you a 2 or a 3 where this guy just trash. No. That's saved for a Maguire or even sometimes. Okay, I'll give it to him soon. It's fair. Seven Hag has no excuse. He's already spent more than Klopp. I mean,
yeah, we'll be fine. Like I said, we'll be
BMF. If you now put that money on Amrabat, bro,
we'll be fine.
I mean, because see, okay, BMF, what's you expecting this season?
I think we're actually going to finish third again.
No, BMF. What are you
expecting? Me, I'm expecting a title challenge. That's what I'm expecting this season. Like after the money we spent, like there's no excuse. We might not win the league, but at least close the gap.
A realistic title challenge. Okay, that's fair. Okay, but it's fair. Onana realizing these United guys can't defend like this.
No, we don't see that. That's not Onana's fault. Like, come on now. Like people actually blaming Onana for that goal.
Oh, but sure. Ifman again. Levy ignored Benedict's headline and went on a holiday to Miami. I bet Levy did it out of spite. He doesn't like being big boy. Will reject the bid. Stubbornly wants.
It's coming to United for free next summer.
Thank you. Benedict, I beg you, please, focus on trying to get another striker. Let's Levy keep Kane. No, hold on. BMF, do you know what I want? This is what I want. I know he wouldn't do it, but this is my dream. Kane, sign a pre-contract in January.
Yeah,
I would love that.
Yeah.
Because Kane, if you're being real about you really want to move on, sign a pre-contract in January. Because once you do that, then
he has no choice. He has to tell you.
BMF, what are you talking about? If he signs a pre-contract, it's done. Yeah, so I sign a pre-contract and then Levy looks like a real moron for the rest of that freaking season. That's what I want.
Take the money and just leave. Like, why would you try?
BMF, I told you guys this on Friday. He's going to reject it because he's mad. So what do you say?
Yeah, HH. I actually thought about this. Like, it's a bit tricky. But if you really think about it, Levy, if he wanted to reject it, he would have rejected it straight away. But I think now he's pondering over it. Because the Tottenham we know.
No, good. I think that then if you remember, Bayern Munich are a very professional organization. And Bayern Munich know that the clock is ticking. Because it's very clear that with Sadio Mane being sold, Bayern wants to get a striker. So how rude are you to think that a guy who's coming to next season, you just be waiting and waiting, we'll just be waiting, twiddling our thumbs? No, let us know. Is it higher? How much higher? What do you want? You can't just be like, we're just pondering and we don't know. No, time is ticking. So basically, I personally want Bayern to be like, is this what you want to do? Fine, no, because I think that £100 million is ridiculous. 80 million is ridiculous for a guy to come next summer. So good at 80 rejecting 80 million. Piss off, screw you.
Yeah, I think it's going on a free. Like by January, bro. They're actually going to regret this.
BMF, I've been saying this for the past few months.
They can use this money to
Kane joins United on a free next summer. That's it. You get Kane for free next summer.
I think we Kane too, because if he actually wanted to go to Bayern, right, I think he would actually force this move. But he's just thinking, what? Hey, if I don't get my move, I'm just going free.
And that is the crux of the whole matter. You see, with Kane, what do you want? Because if you want this Bayern move, you're not making the moves to show that's a Bayern move. Because as we all know that, be a prick. The way you make the move is you be a prick. But Kane, obviously, I'm captain, I'm the leader, the sports fans like me. He's like, okay, whatever. So, guys, I told this before. Kane see out his contract, lives on a free. And if Tottenham don't finish in the top 5, leave, you look like an effing moron.
You know what? I think Guler is right.
Can I speak on this?
Was JJ, what are you saying?
So I think Guler is right. It's the whole German Jewish thing, like.
Oh my god!
Bro, J2S, bro, you actually.
Okay. Wait. Casey, what is it?
Amount on them.
Leaving that statement aside, I think Levy is just taking a risk, right? Because I think he assumes that if he keeps Kane for this season, there is a slight chance that Spurs might get Champions League football. And if they get Champions League football in the new format with their stadium, I think they will earn more than 100 million that Bayern are offering them.
But Casey, long term. So okay, I have the injection money and everything. You still lose Kane for free, and for me, Casey, I'm not sure that they get up to 100 million in that new format. I need to check that. I don't know that is true. But long term, you lose out on 100 mil. Because Casey, it makes no sense. And also, Casey, it's a massive risk.
Yeah, it's a risk. Yeah.
Top 5 is tough, but remember, Premier League is Newcastle are here. Liverpool have rebuilt. Chelsea have rebuilt. Brighton look very good. So, and also this guy coming in has never coached at this level. Tottenham's coach has never coached at this level. So this Angie Martinez is going up against top tier managers who are way more experienced than him. So
Angie Postecoglou.
His Greek are not Spanish.
Yeah,
but look at it from his perspective, right? He took the same risk in 2021-2022 season when City were going for Kane, and they made top 4.
They're not getting top 4. Like, forget about it. Like, look at
it's a risk. Obviously, it's a risk. I'm not denying that.
Look at the teams that have to drop out. The top 4 spot has to be like this: United, Liverpool, Chelsea.
To be fair,
like,
it's top 5 next year. To be fair,
yeah, so it's top 5. Yeah, they can get top 5. Is it?
Top 5.
And they have like
Chelsea are not getting top 5.
There's 4 teams better than.
Casey, relax, man. Casey, just chill out.
Can I speak on Kane?
Okay, Gabriel, speak about really briefly. And then
I said it on my show. I said it on my show yesterday. I think the game Daniel Levy is playing is a very dangerous game because, but maybe you guys can correct me. I've never seen Bayern play this kind of amount.
Wait, hold on. I thought you said you're speaking on Mount.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, maybe you guys were talking about Kane. I just want to chip in about Kane. So I'll talk about Mount. Okay, if I want to talk, I'll talk about Mount.
Mount, and then I'll continue.
I think the issue it is like, as a Chelsea fan, I would say I'm the happiest guy on the head right now because I've been abused a lot about Mason Mount and the kind of stuff is happening in 19. I'm not surprised about Mount. And BMF, congratulations to you on getting a workaholic and a work rate man. Because that is who Mason Mount is. We have suffered from Mason Mount for like how many years? 4 or 5 years with Frank Lampard. To now to Graham Potter and Co. So congratulations on you getting Mount. That's one it's gonna be giving.
So wait. I'm like, what does Mount do for United?
It doesn't do anything.
Impact does it? It doesn't do anything.
They're just go press, work rate. That's it.
He's a gra player.
And then, you know the most stupid, annoying thing about United is United give him a 7 in an iconic number. That is stupidity. That is beyond the joke.
No, he's following in the footsteps of Cristiano Ronaldo.
Why do you give a medical player in an iconic
Abdullahi, CR7 region. CR7
David Beckham, Eric Cantona, Cristiano Ronaldo. Those are
numbers don't matter.
BMF, stop. BMF, don't you dare. BMF, don't you dare. BMF, those numbers matter.
No, those numbers don't matter.
And also, yes, the Maria may have now. I said, what's up? It's still De Maria, and we saw what that guy did at that World Cup.
Are you rating the Dutch trade?
Let me go because you know.
I'm taking Memphis Tennessee over Mount. Yes.
No, you're not. No, you're not. No.
Casey, yes.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Casey, Casey, you don't speak. Casey, you don't speak. Casey, myself, half up. I'm taking Memphis Tennessee over Mount. Yes, I am, Casey.
What about Antonio Valencia?
Wait, why?
Guys, hold on. I want to ask you guys a question because I've watched Mount.
Okay, wait, because we have to really move to the next one. Just to be Mount for United. So you're saying that he's going to have a disaster class of his season?
I'm not saying disaster class, but this is the season for Mason Mount. Just press, run. That's it. No end product.
So for 60 mil, they are buying a cardiovascular.
Wait, so we're just holding the left stick down?
That's it. That's it.
And you forgot Artu.
Can I just
wait, hold on. Kenny, very quickly, Mount. Kenny.
I think you said what he needs to.
Wait, can you hear me?
Yes.
Cool. What do you want to miss him out?
So he missed an open goal. Should we be judging him so harshly on a preseason?
Honestly, obviously you will. You 100%.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
At the end, honestly, it's preseason. I couldn't care less. But like I said, like for the price you bought him, I know United fan you were trying to cope with, he's Chelsea's best player in the past 2-3 years, and that. But so, like it's nothing special. Like he's a decent player, but for me, it all depends on the expectation you guys have on him. If you don't
hold on, weren't you repping Mount?
I wasn't repping Mount, but I said he's not as bad as a player as people make him sound. Like obviously, it's not how do you call it? People were calling it the proper Chelsea, like the guys that were saying the guy's generational.
Proper Chelsea.
It's not that. It's not generational, but it's not like that trash player, terrible players you guys are making out to be. He's in between. He's a like above average to decent player in a good system. But if you guys are expecting like all the number 7 stuff, and he's not. I think people are expecting too much of him. Like the English hype that was put on him is too much. But he's a
All right, okay. So lastly, very briefly, yes, talk.
Just one more thing. They're saying Ben Jacobs is saying Tyler Adams to Chelsea. So you're not going for Kaiser.
Yes, Casey. The only man I rep is Casey. I'm not. We're not repping Ben Jacobs or what's that David Ornstein in 2023. But the only guy I rep is Fab. Unless Fab tweets it, I don't give a crap.
What about Alex Goldberg?
No, we're not repping Alexander Goldberg, bro. We're not repping that dude. Okay, so let's now talk about this. So, guys, here's the thing. We are now here, and I want to come to Abdallah with this one. What the hell has happened here? So Arsenal against Man City. Here's the thing, because I want this to be just much more than just the Community Shield. I know the Community Shield is one thing, but much more than just the Community Shield with this. So it's a big game. No. Not necessarily.
It's a glorified friendly. Friendly.
Yes, it's a glorified friendly. But do we believe that these are going to be the two teams who will now battle for the league once again? Like when we look at where City are at and where Arsenal are at, are these going to be the top 2 teams and the top 2 guys yet again? Now, before I give it to Abdallah, my thing is this: is that I knew Arsenal were never going to win the league because of a mental thing. It was never a talent thing. Arsenal had the talents to win the league, but you need 2 things to win the league. You need a 2 flex: the talent and the mental fortitude and ability. Hence why when we now get to that top 10, we've got to give Leicester City massive kudos for how they won the league, which has a lot to do with their mentality. So for Arsenal, of course the talent is there. Of course the quality is there. But my thing is that do they have the character and ability to deal well under pressure and deliver results under pressure? Because as good as Arsenal were and as amazing as Arsenal were, because Arsenal were superb for like 78% of the season. But when it's counted, when it really mattered and the pressure was on, they folded. And I just thought the way they ended that season was embarrassing. It was completely and utterly embarrassing. So Abdallah, talk to me. Looking at both teams, what are your thoughts of where they're at right now coming into the new season?
To be honest, I think we're just carrying on from where we left off. We had just come from winning the Champions League and coming off a treble. Arsenal have just come off a 5-0 win against what was it? The last game of the season against Wolves. So
no. This is what I wanted to know that. But let me ask this though quickly: how does Pep motivate the City team after winning the treble?
The players that wanted a change or don't have that desire will probably leave. So the players that are committed will probably stay. The ones that don't want, who feel comfortable, will probably get pushed to one side or pushed out of the club, and new players will come in because I think we'll get another player in, and another 2 players in.
2?
Yeah, 2 potentially. We'll get a winger / midfielder. Bernardo's not leaving, so I don't know where you got that nonsense from.
No, he's not. No. After Mahrez went, Silva.
No, we've even Fab posted saying.
No. But what Fab said was, we don't know where Bernardo's mind is at. That City don't want him to go, but they're going to offer him a contract.
Yeah, of course.
Barcelona don't have that. Barcelona don't have the money.
Relax, stop twerking.
I don't want Bernardo.
Casey,
I don't want
get off that pole. Get off that pole.
I don't want him. But they're saying that Barca are looking for Neymar. So the journalist who broke Messi to Inter Miami, right? He said that Neymar is going to Barcelona.
No.
Casey, and do you know what I also read as well in that same article? Javi doesn't want Neymar bringing his
If,
sister to
if Javi doesn't
Well,
want him, then Javi should be sacked at the moment. Like, at this
Journalists
point.
Journalists lie.
If that bum prefers Gavi, if that bum prefers Gavi over Neymar,
Casey, what did you just say?
If
No, Casey, what did you just call one of your greatest ever players, your legend?
players,
You
not
just called him a bum.
players, not managers.
Casey, I don't give
Players.
it down. Casey, show some damn respect
Yeah,
to
whatever.
one of your legends. The heck?
We could say that about Lampard.
I don't even know why I don't even know why you guys want your ex Neymar back, and he's in a worse state than he left you.
Because
Why
Kenny,
would you
stop
want
it. Kenny,
And the most
if
overrated winger of all time.
the chance of getting Neymar back, come on, if you're a Barca fan,
There's a limit I can
Nene.
take. Like I can't take
It's
Rafinha
Nene.
anymore.
Lele.
This
Okay,
is
wait,
just
hold on. Let's get back to the topic. So Abdallah, so you're saying that. So you look at Arsenal. Do you see these guys as they're going to be your title threats yet again next season?
Not really. No, I think it's Liverpool, in my opinion.
Why so?
Liverpool, because we've had experience with them. They seem to have the players and the manager.
No, okay. Based on so why do you think don't Arsenal? So just focus on Arsenal. Based on what they did last season,
too weak. Their mentality is too weak. They got too many pussies in their team. Sorry, they do. Include those two pussies that left our club, Krychenko and Crybaby Jesus. You saw his previous quotes in the past few weeks. I cried when I was left in a UCL semi-final game.
It's okay.
No let him go.
Mental health matters. Mental health matters.
Mental health matters.
No.
We were meant to.
Yeah, Abdallah, mental health matters, man. What are you saying, bro?
No.
Abdallah, it's 2023. Mental health.
No. When you get left out of a team, you want to say mental health. When other people are suffering from worse things, just because you're left out of a squad, out of one game, you're gonna cry. Okay, if you're someone passed away.
Abdallah, let's flip it then. No, hold on. Okay, let's flip it then. How about that disappointment gives them an extra mental push to be like, it was so painful, the manner in which we let that go. We want to right that wrong next season. How about that?
Well, they had their chances. They had their chances when they tried to beat us in the FA Cup.
No, Abdallah, you're missing my point. The way the season ended, we messed up. We messed up. Now we realize how we messed up, and we can now come back and right those wrongs and see where we now went off. Because it was a long time. It was only until the Leicester City win, the last time that Arsenal were in a title race. So it's a long time that Arsenal were actually in a title race. But they're like, okay, we've learned from the thing. So why not that? Okay, we got disappointed. This will now give us the mental motivation to now come even stronger mentally based on the failure.
Walk the walk then. We'll wait and see. Because let's be honest, when in Community Shield games, when coming into a title race, it means nothing. It doesn't really give much of a confidence boost.
No.
When Leicester beat us, I think it was like 2 years ago. What did they do against us? Nothing. I'm not in terms of head to head in that season. Well, when they beat us I think it was 2-1 or 1-0. It meant nothing. It didn't give them a psychological edge, even when they played against us in the league. I'm not saying in terms of the title race, but when they played us home and away, it meant nothing. It didn't give them a psychological edge whatsoever. So, especially Liverpool last season, apart from beating us 1-0, it just gave them false hope. So, in my opinion, for us, it could give us a confidence boost. For me, for when it comes to Arsenal, in my opinion, I'm not saying this from bias, but from a boys' point of view, I think it will give them false hope, in my opinion. It will give them false hope to the point where they become delusional.
All right.
Just like their fan base.
Hokage, how do you view both of these teams coming into this new season right now?
I think the point you made about the pain being so bad about that collapse they had where they come back better, it happens. Like the same thing.
2013. Yeah, we go. Yeah.
It was definitely fuel for us in 2013 to come back and win the Champions League, and then we ended up being trouble winners. I don't see why. I think Arsenal have only strengthened. They haven't necessarily gotten weaker. Partey hasn't left. They have Rice. My main issue is that none of their strikers are dependable. I think at the end of last season, you saw that Jesus That West Ham game, you saw the reason why Jesus didn't cut it out at Man City is because he misses chances, like the chances he missed in that West Ham game where they tied 2-2. That's exactly why City cut him, because he's not built for those big moments. So my only issue with Arsenal's team is the striker position. Outside that, I think they have everything to push City again this season. It's just they need that striker who scores the clinical goals, and they don't have any. Havertz is not going to be that guy. I guarantee you Havertz will not be that guy. So I think they have everything they need to push them again. It's just I guess they have to depend on Jesus to not be a bum in the big moments again.
So so if Havertz flops and it doesn't do well, could that be a big reason why Arsenal failed to win the title? So do you think Havertz needs to be a hit for Arsenal to say what's up, and that's why they're bottom in the first place?
I think so, but the thing is, I think he still prefers Jesus. I think that Jesus will be like tomorrow. I think both teams will play their like strongest teams. I think, unless I don't know. I think
Jesus is injured. He can't play.
Yeah, he's injured. He's injured. Yeah.
Well, I think De Bruyne's injured too, right? Because he hasn't played any preseason. Is De Bruyne injured?
No, he's fit. He's fit. I think.
Okay, because I haven't seen him in preseason at all. But yeah, I mean, tomorrow is the first signs. Like I think both teams will get off to a good start. And again, like Arsenal, I think this is more an important game for Arsenal because I think they need to show themselves that they could beat City because they got wiped against City last season. Embarrassing. Yes. At home and away, they got absolutely outclassed, destroyed. Just on all facets of the game, they were dominated. So I think tomorrow, I don't think Man City really gives a crap about this. I think when you're in City's shoes, when you just want to treble, a community shield doesn't mean crap when you're going to. No. It doesn't mean crap when you're trying to go for another treble potentially the next season. So this game, I'm focusing on Arsenal to see what their mentality is and if they can beat City, because I know it's just community shield, but I think it's good confidence for them.
And also, I think for me, that's such a very good point in race because, again, it's what Javi was saying about the friendly game, where Javi was like, whoa, these Arsenal guys are taking this friendly pretty seriously. So I do believe that City are going to be like, 80%. Arsenal are going to take the game very, very seriously. Because I think Arsenal will use this as like a mental push and a boost for the start of the season. So I think Arsenal are looking 1,000% to beat City and to play well on Sunday. City like, look, we're just doing this for like extra training and just to sharpen ourselves. So keeping that in mind, if City were to win, now that would actually be even more shocking. If City were to beat Arsenal, if City are not really taking this as seriously as they are, man. SK, what do you think about these two teams, man?
Honestly, I think that it's really hard to call because with how thin City's squad is, I think that if they get any like injury crisis or anything like that, I think that was really going to derail them if they don't really buy any more players to replace the players that they've lost. As far as Arsenal concerned, Arsenal are in a weird position only because AJ, I know you're not really much of like a stats guy, like in like the general sense. Like it's weird because Arsenal, they overperformed. Like I think they overperformed massively last year above like their normal level.
Yes,
like of the ability of the players. And it's obviously it's like reflected in like their expected points too. But I don't even have to get into that. So I think
wait, hold up. Is this like X2, X-Men, X3, all that stuff?
No. I think it is the difference between XG and XGA. That's expected points.
So it's like
guys, the only X-Men I know is a
I literally said I wasn't gonna get into it, so you can't.
Okay, thank you.
I was just saying that my point is that like if I think the issue for them is going to be can they replicate what they did last season and move beyond that, because if you've played above your standard and that wasn't good enough to win, it's going to be hard to even replicate doing that, and then to go a level above that to actually take on a City team, I think is going to be the biggest challenge. And obviously with the players that they've brought in, that's going to help in reaching that next gear that they need to compete with Man City. However, like I think that's just asking too many questions from a young squad, so I don't really think that they're going to have another title challenge this season, in my opinion.
Yasser, talk to me. Arsenal and City.
Let me just say the Community Shield. I put on comment in the live chat. In HH called us the street sale. I put a comment that said Arsenal did not earn the right to play in this Community Shield.
Hold up. Why not?
Because everyone knows the way the Community Shield works is that the team that wins the FA Cup and the team that wins the league they play against each other. If the same team wins what Manchester City did because they won the treble, the second team, the runner-up, the losers, they get to play in the community shield.
Wait, hold on. Yes, this ain't FIFA. City can't play against themselves.
No, I understand that, but then Arsenal did not do anything to play in the community shield. They just play. They finished second.
No. You see, I said no. Yes, they did. Because if a team wins the treble, the next best thing is a team who did second best. Because the first of the best is that City washed over everybody.
Okay.
I mean, you can make an argument that
Arsenal did not win the league. They dropped out of the FA Cup. They got embarrassed in the FA Cup. All they got, so they're pretty much getting rewarded on playing in the community shield because they finished second.
Yes,
so let's be honest.
Yes, your argument would make more sense if you said Man United should play because they won the.
No, but we okay. Again, like I said, it's one thing that when Arsenal used to win the FA Cup all the time, Arsene Wenger, and then they played the community shield and they win it. I'll say you understand it. They actually won the FA Cup, but Arsenal did not win anything. They just because they finished second. Which I think is just it is what it is, right? At least go to the Carabao Cup winner, whatever, right?
Actually, wait. I'm looking at a comment in the streets by Supreme. If a team does the treble, or rather does the double, should I know it won't happen because it's a charity event, but should they scrap the game if a team does the double?
Yes. I mean, in my opinion, you have to earn the right to play in the community shield, because literally the whole point of the community shield is the team that won the Queen Lizzie's Cup and they actually win the league. Because like this is a tournament. So again, we're kind of because when the year they won Arteta won the community shield was the year they won the FA Cup. So like it was a whole Aubameyang situation. They beat Chelsea in the final. So anyways, so I just want to put that comment out there. But again, the community shield is interesting because last season Liverpool won it. Liverpool won the community shield. Darwin Núñez scored. Haaland didn't. We all know what happened last season.
No, but I think that's what again. Another comment to the streets is I didn't even know that. I think they said City have lost the last two community shields.
Wow.
So
does this one again?
It doesn't matter. Like
it doesn't matter.
You see, for me, okay, Yasin, let me come to you because you have the mic. What should we take from games like this? Hey, football is back.
Yeah, I think I genuinely feel like it's just like exactly the Premier League is back.
Can anyone hear what this guy
is?
This
is just a good segue to Premier. That's what it is. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I apologize.
Yes.
Okay. What I'm again, like you said, HS, is hooray! The Premier League is back. This is just a good segment into the Premier League. Am I making any sense?
Yeah.
So I've never taken the Community Shield seriously ever. Jesse Lingard ran through the whole Leicester City team, scored a banger. We won the Community Shield. It was Mourinho's first season. I don't take it seriously.
So okay, put that to one side because I think this is why, looking at both teams and where they're at right now, are these going to be the two teams battling for the title, or Arsenal maybe have fallen off it a bit?
Again, this is why predictions are hard because majority 99% of Premier League predictions are always wrong. So, Arsenal for me are like a joker of a team. You don't know what to expect from Arsenal. So no one expected what they did last season, and this season, I won't be shocked if they fall off. I won't be. I do expect Liverpool to be a lot better, so I do expect Liverpool to be in the mix. I just don't know with Arsenal. Don't.
Are we being disrespectful to Arsenal?
Yeah,
saying that that Liverpool are gonna return back.
Liverpool have an old situation they have to solve. Like their
defense is not that good.
Wait, can I speak on this?
But here's the thing. I think with the whole Liverpool situation is Liverpool has proven over the years that they can compete at this level. They have that they can win the Premier League. That they could actually go 93, 94 points.
Are they going to win the Premier League with Curtis Jones as the number 6?
No, but the thing is, like, I give respect to a guy that has been there, done that, and Mo Salah. As much as I like to disrespect Trent Alexander-Arnold, he's a good right back. Alisson is a phenomenal player. And again, the key element here is Jurgen Klopp. Put respect on Jurgen
And
Klopp's
also, as
name.
well, like if McAllister and Szoboszlai do great, that's going to be huge.
Nah,
Now,
that
the main
defense is
issue is
terrible.
the defense.
Don't forget that
But
also linked to
I'm also going to say, guys, I despise Liverpool with every inch of my body. I want Liverpool to get relegated. But let's be honest, just because they had a bad season last season, let's not forget about the previous season they had before last season.
They're not doing a Carroll challenge. They're not doing
no, but they were going for but then they actually have a history of challenging.
It doesn't matter if they have history or not. That team is not good enough. The team is so unbalanced.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about Liverpool.
Hold on. Yes,
let me tell you something about Liverpool. As bad of a season they had last season, as terrible as a season they had last season, somehow, somewhere, there was in a conversation to finish in the top 4. Somehow they were in I don't know how, I don't know where. Somehow, the how terrible of a season they had, they finished 5th. So if that's how bad they were terrible last season. If that's them at their lowest and they finished 5th, they're going to be better this
season. For me, I don't want to be attacked for this, and guys, I'm just giving my viewpoints. Again, guys, all we're doing is predicting. We can't see the future. None of us is Nostradamus. But I'm with Yasir here. I feel that Arsenal overperformed last season. They overperformed. I didn't look at last season and be like, aha, Arsenal have now reformed, and now I just think that's wow. Hence why Arsenal, you had to win the league. Because you could have just sneakily stolen that title under everyone's noses. But that's the season where we know what happened with Chelsea. We know what happened with Liverpool. I feel that with Szoboszlai, boom, McAllister, that is a huge signing for Liverpool.
Yeah,
that is a huge signing for Liverpool. So my thing though is, again, who knows? Arsenal may be like, no, we are the real deal. Saka is the real deal, and Saka is going to go into a bigger level. What's it called? All these other guys now go to a higher level. But I just feel, and I have more faith. If you say who you could have put your money on, I would put my money on a Klopp over an Arteta. That's just me being real. Okay, hold on. Let me come to AK, and I'll come to BMF. AK.
I think the Community Shield for me. Wait, I want to ask: is Guardiola playing, or is he like not playing?
Doubt it.
He's in contention. He's in contention potentially.
Okay.
Bro, the guy just joined literally 2 seconds ago. Okay.
Oh yeah, true.
Okay. No, go for it. Okay.
I think Arsenal will probably win just because Man City and the Community Shield they don't really they don't take it that seriously. They lost against Leicester, Liverpool, and one thing that we noticed about the Community Shield is especially in the past couple of years, the teams that win it go on to have a pretty bad season. Remember,
There's a curse.
Yeah. I think Man City won it in 2019, and they had that 2019-20 season where they got 81 points, so they weren't that good. So there is a curse with that. So I think it's a bigger game for Arsenal because they have to prove that they can beat City and they can actually compete at that level. And I think in terms of the Premier League title challenge, I don't think Liverpool are going to be anywhere near it, to be honest.
Wow.
McAllister, okay. Szoboszlai, okay. But have you seen their defense?
Yep.
They conceded 4 goals to a team named Firth. They conceded 4 goals to that team.
Colin Firth?
Yes.
Yeah, team named Firth.
Pretty good actor.
I mean, they look so bad defensively. And they're playing Curtis Jones at DM. They don't have a DM. That's the thing. Last year, you could say 9-game winning streak because Fabinho was there.
Wait. What happened to the whole Lavia thing?
It's still pending. They're offered 42 million.
And does Lavia, protect that backline with that defense,
Yeah, Lavia.
Wait. AK.
Lavia performs well with a DM. Lavia is not an actual DM. He's not disciplined enough to play that well like Fabinho. So You're going into a defense that was already leaky. Like your only reliable defenders are Van Dijk and Konate, and even then, both of them are injury prone. Gomez is Ice Spice Twerk Merchant. Matip is terrible, and like Liverpool have done a terrible job of rebuilding. Like it started so well. McAllister, Soboslai, who are they gonna get next? Thuram, Kone. They were looking at Chouameni, Caicedo. Now they're looking at Keelan Dewsbury Hall from Leicester City. What? Like Liverpool they're just all over the place now. I don't understand what's going on there. I don't understand why the owners are not getting any backlash for it because they're not running the club well. So I don't think they're going to be anywhere near the title race this season. I don't actually think any club is going to compete this season with Man City because I see every club have flaws. Arsenal probably have the least flaws, but even then they still have flaws, and in my opinion, they're no way
Wait, hold on. So you're saying 4 in a row for City is
yeah. Like okay, why?
What about Chelsea though?
Don't just pipe down, please.
Tell me one team that you can say can put together a run of games that can challenge City.
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Wait.
Okay, so why? So you're saying Arsenal no because
Arsenal no because firstly, what midfield combination are they going to play? Partey, Rice, Odegaard.
Yeah.
Good midfield combination. How are they going to incorporate Havertz into the mix? Is Havertz just a 65 million, 200K a week guy who sits on the bench?
Okay, so you're saying that after this transfer, they've gone downwards or they've just done lateral?
Arsenal have improved, but not enough to challenge City. They've not improved level to challenge City.
What's the points gap?
It was like 6 points.
It was 5 points, but keep in mind, City won the league 2 games before, so they didn't try for I think 3 or 4 games. They could have gotten if they actually went full tilt for those 3 or 4 games.
It would have been 10 points minimum.
Okay. So basically, so your assessment is a team who were top of the table for 93% of the time. That was just a case of overperforming rather than these guys are the real deal. They just slipped up at the end. But they should now do a lot better because we now saw how well they did for 93% of the time.
I think Arsenal improved based on their transfer window. The question for them is, are their players going to perform at the same level as they did last year? Bukayo Saka got 13 goals and 10 assists last year. That's an incredible season, especially if you're 21. Martinelli got 15 non-penalty goals. I think he's the left winger with the most non-penalty goals last season. That's an incredible season.
How you make a good point.
And AK, yes. We would all agree that
again?
But let's be real. We all agree that they are very good players who are young, who have great potential. So why can't they replicate that or even do better? Keep in mind that we all agree that they're quality players.
They're very good players. I don't know if they're going to replicate it, but even for me, if they replicate it, I still think City have more. I think they'll come second. I don't see anyone challenging City because I don't see anyone on the level mentally of City. And even though they lost a few players, they're going to replace them. I don't see anyone with the squad of City. Until those two things get fixed, like somebody has those 2 things, Man City will keep winning the league.
BMF, what are you saying, bro?
I think we're actually just being disrespectful on Arsenal a little bit because I know they were top of the league for like 90% of the season and they fell up. But what they actually done is make sure by getting Rice, Timber, make sure that defense was solid because that defense was what led them down to losing the title. Because as I said, defense wins you the title. So we see right. Serie lost a couple of key players. They've lost a couple of key players in my opinion. I think they might finish. It's between. I said the league is between Arsenal and City, but Arsenal looks more ready than City.
So you're saying that it's going to be both of them again?
Both again. Yeah, I think it's going to be both. I think some couple of teams will try and match them, but by January and February, that's you're just going to surpass everybody else.
But BMF, can I ask you a question? Something that AK said, and he actually made me. I genuinely believe is, I don't believe they can do the same thing they did last season without a better number 9. They need to get guaranteed goals. They have to. No. Gabriel Jesus and Ketia, Bologna. Those guys.
Wait. Yes, yeah. His name is Balogun.
I think you say like Bolognese or something.
Bologna.
That guy went from Balogun.
He's American. He's American.
Well, he's Nigerian, so I took that personally.
Listen, HH. If it was Nigerian, it's different. But he chose to be America, so he says I'm American. So he's baloney.
You freak. So my thing also is that people actually
shut your goddamn ass up.
HH, I don't know why you claim someone that doesn't want to claim you. He went to America.
His name is still Nigerian though. His name is still Nigerian. So that's
no. But I don't believe again that I think what the stats that AK has read for both of their wingers, that's just not sustainable. Yeah. They need number 9.
It's sustainable. Okay. Yes or no? Do you rate Martinelli and Saka?
I rate Saka, not Martinelli.
You don't rate Martinelli?
No.
Yes, bro.
I mean, he is a Bolivian war carrier.
Yeah,
no.
Yes, how do you mean you don't rate Martinelli?
I think
you don't think Martinelli is a good player?
I think Martinelli is a decent player. I don't think he is.
Yes, now, yes. You know, I'm afraid to ask this. I'm really afraid to ask about Bundesliga anyway. Yasser Said from Minnesota, USA.
Okay.
Who do you rate more, Martinelli or Mason Mount?
Actually, don't ask me that question.
Yasser Said of Minnesota. Yasser Said of Minnesota.
You don't play the same position.
I am
only one of them have won the Champions League.
Yasser Said of Minnesota. Who do you rate more?
I'm bonded by contract. The moment a guy signs a contract and he's given the number 7 shirt, I cannot have my opinion must change. The opinion
you already answered
it.
Damn bloody fool.
I rate Mason Mount. No. You know what's funny?
Who's recording this?
So no. Someone played the clip where HH called him Mason Olusegun Mount. You said that. You called him Kilimanjaro. That's what you call him.
Messi Mount.
Money Mace. Again, I rate him more than Martinelli.
Wait, but Yasser, you don't rate Martinelli? You say Martinelli is just decent?
No, but I think Martinelli is more. I mean, I do like his directness, but I don't think he's.
You don't think
he's brain dead? Just say he's brain dead.
I think it's like he's football. Yeah, Casey. I think as a footballer. I don't rate him as high.
Havo, I need to say something about this. There's a pandemic of fake Brazilians right now. I think Vinny and Neymar are the only 2 Brazilians.
Yeah, that's true. Like I'm not gonna lie to you, the guy is fast. Like listen, the guy is fast. The guy is fast. He can shoot the ball.
Martinelli's half Bolivian.
But that's it. Like, you know, he's not a winger like that.
Wait, guys, do you realize that Casey? I think we need to do an investigation. Like, wait, what's that guy called? Is it Fauci? I think we need to call him Fauci and say, yo, Fauci. Let's just chill on. I think let's just chill on COVID for a bit. Fauci, can you just check this whole Brazilian pandemic thing for?
Fauci.
Oh man, yeah, no, but Matson.
No, I like the player. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do like the player, but
okay. Is Martinelli Brazilian or not?
Bolivian.
Yeah. I just feel like it's a different level. I think Saka and Martinelli, there's just 2 different levels, in my opinion. I
can guarantee you.
Just because you got a goatee doesn't make him Brazilian.
Wait, Mods, can you please put Adaj in timeout, please? Mods, Adaj 3. Adaj, that's ADAJ3. Adaj, can you
I thought you were saying Dashi.
say Rodrigo is Guyanese. No, he's Brazilian.
Someone told me he's Bangladesh. That's
so.
Yeah, have you seen his dad?
So what's it called? Guled, where were you at? Arsenal and City.
You guys actually hit all the points because, to be honest, I think Arsenal even overachieved over the AI predictions, which takes over 100,000 analysis of the last 10 years of the Premier League. They even beat those odds to actually finish second last season. So I think in terms of tomorrow's game, I don't think Pep's going to show his hand. I think it's going to be interesting for us to see how Rice is going to actually do in Arsenal's system, especially if he plays next to Partey. It's going to be interesting to see how they're going to, play against Stones and Rodrigo in that midfield. But I don't think he's going to actually show his hand because Pep is the kind of guy that keeps on evolving. This is the issue with him. This is why we find it hard to predict who's going to finish second. Because I like what AK said and all the points he hit, but he still didn't answer who's going to finish second. AK, who's going to finish second? AK,
who's going to finish second? Wait, is AK here? Oh no, he's not here. He's not. I think.
Oh, okay.
We're asking Space a question.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Sorry, guys. Yeah. So basically, I think with Arsenal, as you guys said, they need a prolific number 9.
Yes.
And the last thing I checked, Havertz is actually registered as a midfielder, not even as a striker.
Okay. So what's Havertz's role in this Arsenal team then?
That's a question.
Good. I didn't crack a joke. I asked a question. I didn't crack a joke. I'm not a very good comedian. So I asked a question. So I don't know why you're laughing.
Really want me to answer this question? Do you really want me to answer this question?
I think you're laughing. No, I asked a very serious question. What is Kai Havertz's role?
He's supposed to win it.
He's supposed to what?
8, number 8. I thought because they were saying that they were selling Thomas Partey. For some reason, they haven't sold him now.
Arteta's not serious, Casey. He's not.
Wait. No, Casey. Let's be serious right now. This is a very serious football show. Casey, Casey, they didn't get Havertz to replace Partey.
They did.
No.
They
got Rice to replace Partey.
So what is Havertz's role? What's he doing in this team?
He's a shock.
I can tell you. He has the Calvin Phillips role. That's his role on the team.
Oh my god,
crazy! Which it will never work. It's actually I'd rather play him up top, which is I don't know.
Havertz play in the wing?
Go ahead.
Not very well. I mean, he was played out there to begin with for Chelsea, but not very well. Basically, Havertz's best position is behind the striker. Now, the closest thing to that is the position that Odegaard plays. So I don't think Havertz's best position is in Arsenal's formation. So I'm looking at it right now because don't you dare put Havertz on the flanks. Havertz doesn't play where Odegaard plays right there. Havertz, as we've seen for Chelsea, is not a prolific striker. Havertz is not a midfielder. So...
before I answer your question, let me just say this. I would like to extend a deep thank you for Arsenal for actually signing a giraffe for 65 million instead of them buying a zoo for much cheaper in terms of Havertz, right?
Yes.
But in terms of where he's going to play, to be honest with you, they want him to play as an advancing 8. So I don't think he's going to be the link. I think the Odegaard's going to be the link between the defensive midfield and the forward line. But I think it's going to be an advancing 8, just like what Mason Mount's going to be for United.
Doesn't that make their team overall worse than it was last season?
Yeah, but this is why I don't think they're going to finish second. I didn't get to that point. But the reason why is because the balance is already off. First of all, we know Declan Rice came from a system which was completely defensive, and he's coming to a system which is completely offensive. And more possession-based. This is why in the last game he played, even though he played well, and I think they would have rated him probably a 6.5 or 7, thanks to English bias, but he wasn't the same Rice that was in West Ham. So the first question is, how is he going to deal with the new system when the season is going to start this early? So tomorrow is a chance, if he's smart enough, to be more open to change. But I think he might be found out. And if he's found out in this game, and after paying this price, I think the balance of the midfield is going to be an issue. Because if you look at the whole season, right, from the beginning of the transfer window, what is the position that let's say the top 5 teams that finished top 5 last season bought and put all their attention on? It was the number 8. Newcastle bought a Tonali, Man United bought a Mason Mount, Man City bought a Kovacic. Everybody was concentrating on a number 8. So this already tells you that this season is going to be a battle of the midfield. It's not going to be a battle in terms of, who scores more or anything like that. It's going to be more of a tactical battle because everybody's going for a number 8 for some strange reason, right? So in that midfield, who do you have as Arsenal? You bought a player for 100 plus million, which is Declan Rice, and you bought Havertz. God bless him, right? So I don't know how Arsenal is going to be able to finish second without players that didn't actually gel with the system. Are finding it hard to struggle with the system, and we've seen that Havertz's confidence is low because without even no defenders, he missed to score a goal for 15 chances that he missed already. That so-called meme. So I don't think Arsenal is going to finish second. It's going to be tough for them to replicate that, and I don't see. I know Klopp is everybody's go-to because we've seen him season in and season out.
Hold on. Wait, hold on.
Yes.
Hold on. Because now just take it very slowly. Just chill. So who is going to finish second then in your view?
To be completely honest with you, HH, I was torn between 2 teams. Because when I look at Klopp, right, and I look at Arteta, as we know, he learned his trade from Pep, right? But the million-dollar question for us this season is going to be, is he going to be able to evolve? Because Pep, knowing that he just lost Gundogan, and we know that Kovacic is not going to be as efficient in terms of, defensively and offensively as Gundogan was, in terms of even scoring goals and chipping in with assists and so on. It's going to be tough for me to see them evolve because in terms of Klopp, we've seen the Gegenpress for the last 7 to 8 years, respectfully. All we saw was that last tweak, and the tweak he did was when he brought Alexander-Arnold to the midfield, and that was just copying Pep, what he did with Stones, right? So I don't see them evolving. I don't see Arteta. I'm not sure about Arteta, so we'll see. But Klopp, I don't know if he's going to be able to evolve in terms of, catching up with, whatever Pep's going to come up with next season. So to be honest with you, and you guys might actually laugh, I think second could be a toss-up between Man United and Chelsea. Before you guys laugh, the reason why I say Chelsea is because we have 7 days to prepare for each game. 7 days, right? So it's not about how we start; it's about how we finish.
Casey, meet your mic.
No. Actually, on that I have a question though, because even Arsenal had 7 days, right, in 21-22 for each game because they also were not in any European competition. And I think even Spurs had
Arsenal aren't Chelsea, so.
Because they went to Europe.
Yeah, but
no, Casey, I understand. Yeah, go ahead.
No, and even we can laugh at them and all that, but even Spurs have 7 days. Again, we can laugh at them, but
that's Spurs, bro. No one cares about them. No.
What's that sound?
Wait, who the hell is in a spaceship?
I thought it was in tumble dry.
Yeah.
That was Casey.
No. I think it was Yassi who was in a spaceship. So look, let me take a quick Dubinsky's banner. Let's
no,
see.
but HH, I have a question.
So what's that sound?
I don't know. It's coming from this area.
Go for it.
So, do you guys think the midfield last season versus the midfield that they have better for Arsenal?
What?
So say they didn't buy Rice. Say they didn't buy.
You keep cutting up.
Yeah, sir. You keep cutting out and so forth.
Cutting out.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you, but you cut out. So ask your question again. What's the question?
My question is: do you guys think that Arsenal has a better midfield this or last season?
More deeper
I think
midfield.
we
I
both
wasn't
use-
They have
necessarily
a
saying
better.
that.
They have better depth this season because they're in the
They're more
Champions League.
deeper midfield.
But they
Yeah.
had a
Yeah, I
better.
think
They
there's
also has better quality.
There's more options here. But my thing though is I think this is the point that's alluded to. Xhaka was great last season, and he was very important, and he just gelled well with the team. Is Rice going to gel as well in this team as well as Xhaka did last season? Xhaka ain't a great player in a vacuum, but Xhaka last season was perfect in how that midfield worked. So my issue is, you may say that on paper, Rice has more to his game and is better than Xhaka, but will Rice fit the team and fit the midfield a lot better? I don't know. Because if Rice has to readjust into how this team works, then that's going to be an issue for next season. Because what a big reason for what I asked him was so good was that midfield works very well. So Rice, remember, Xhaka was under Arsenal for a season, so it took time for him to be like, aha, this is what you want from me. Maybe Rice can hit the ground running. How do we know? Rice needs some adjustment time. So it's something
And
that's
HH,
really not.
let me just add one more thing. It's actually beautiful for us to see that this is actually the Premier League. Because of all the hype that Rice had, and if he finds it hard to adapt to the fluidity of the system that Arteta is trying to introduce him to, the media is actually going to make it even harder on him to even acclimate. Because of the price tag, all eyes are on him now. And we know the English media.
Yes.
They will always criticize and pinpoint. So the question is, Havertz's confidence is already low. And if Rice's confidence goes down the same hole, then I don't think Arsenal can actually challenge.
We'll see. Okay, let me hit some Dubinsky's, man. So, shout out to your boy Ifman. Hold on, let me put this up there. Kudos rejected Chelsea for Brighton. Nope, nothing's confirmed here. Nothing is confirmed here. These are all rumors. These are fake news. I repeat, these are rumors and fake news. Until Fab tweets it out, it's not official. Caicedo will stay at
Fab did
Brighton.
tweet it out. He did tweet it out.
Caicedo will stay at Brighton unless Todd B pays up to £100 million, which will not
No, it's more than 100 million pounds. It's more than 100 million pounds.
Casey, we're paying no more than 75. Chelsea's
And then you're not
alternative
getting him.
Is it
is
your money,
Tyler
Richie?
Adams.
Is it your money? Is it
25
your money? No, it's
million
not. It's not your
RC.
money.
Hashtag London Cowboys. If man, first of all,
West London Tory Blue Cowboys.
You're literally getting the new Captain America now.
if man, first of all, we are still negotiating for Caicedo. Second of all, Kudos hasn't accepted anything from Brighton. Wait, if man, who in their right mind picks Brighton over Chelsea?
He accepted personal terms.
Yes.
Anybody who wants to play European football,
Exactly.
and actually wants to be part of a project and doesn't
Until
want to be
he's holding up until he's holding up that bomb ass blue and white jersey. I don't
Chelsea, you
believe
have a
it.
project. It's project.
You're creating a rivalry with Brighton now. That's actually
they don't
sad.
want to be
Casey, hold on.
imprisoned
Casey,
at
relax.
a
Casey.
Stamford
No, Casey. Our rivals are Real Madrid, Bayern, and all these guys. Our rivals will never be Brighton. That's not
Man City
level.
as well.
As of now, your rivals are Fulham.
No, Casey.
As of
Casey.
now, your rivals are
We
Fulham and
dine at the
Brentford.
big boy tables. We don't.
Brighton
Brighton.
are too bad. Brighton ain't a rival for you. Brighton finished too high. Your rivals are Crystal Palace, Fulham, and I'd say
guys,
Wolverhampton
you know what's
Wanderers.
so funny? Because you know that in 3 years' time, Brighton going to be back in Division 1 in 3 years' time. So that's what's so funny.
Division 1 doesn't exist.
Brighton are going to be back in the Division 2.
I think you mean League.
That doesn't exist either.
League 2, I think.
The championship.
They're going to be League 3. Then League
That
3.
doesn't exist.
No, League 3 doesn't. I think it's Championship, League 1, League 2.
How did you
Sky
get
Bet.
you got
Sky
free?
Bet.
You're so
You
old.
got free at
Championship.
free, man.
The championship.
Okay, hold on. So it's Championship, League 2. And what's
No,
You forgot League
Premier
1.
League, Champions League, League One.
You forgot League 1.
League 2.
Guy, why
then
can't we just go?
National League.
Okay, it's used to work. Premier League, Division 1, Division 2, Division 3.
No,
that was easy.
because the clubs created the Premier League, right? That's why.
Ah, please,
the
oh
Premier
please.
League,
Shout out to Vazitsi. Thank you for the job, Vazitsi. Just came from a footy session. Played with a Somalian roadman that told me he plays for the national team. Do Somalis put anyone up for athletics? Look, I'm not.
I can
I'm
answer
not
it.
going to talk. No, look, all I'm saying though is that poor girl was put through.
No, I can answer him. I can answer him. It is no problem.
Okay,
you see, like in terms of football, right? Forget about it. I'm going to be completely honest with you. But in terms of athletics, all the so-called Somalian athletes, they started running for different countries now. We've got three, I think, over 10,000 mile runners. They actually finished top 3 in the world championships, the European championships.
Oh, wow.
Running for Canada, Djibouti, and was it Belgium? Right? So in terms of the country, nobody is, because everybody knows that the sport, in terms of sports, nobody's serious in the country. Nobody's serious. So everybody's just leaving and pledging allegiance like Mo Farah.
Community Shield cost since 2000. Only Man United, Fergie, Chelsea 05 and 09, City 2018 won the Community Shield and went on to win the Premier League. One in the last 12 years went on to win the Premier League. That's crazy.
It's not only that. Like the team that wins it, right, has a bad season.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, look at Arsenal when they won it against Liverpool.
Well.
I think they came 8th. Leicester almost got relegated.
Because I'm one of those guys that don't believe in all these causes, but I mean, there is a bit of weird truth into this whole Community Shield thing. Of like,
it's more than 3 times, HH.
What's that?
It's more than 3 times. If it's more than 3 times, I don't think it's a Community Shield.
It's my 3 times.
HH, this Community Shield is a sextuple. It has meaning. Pep knows. Okay, where's the? Where's the?
Damn bloody fool.
Not in 2023, counting the Community Shield as part of a sextuple. So,
but that's what when the sextuple, they count like the Spanish Super Cup. So basically, it's the Community Shield.
Okay. What means more, a Spanish or German Super Cup or Community Shield, or do they mean the same thing?
Yeah, like
it's the same thing.
Super Cup,
it's the same thing.
That's the whole thing. Because my thing though is this: a Super Cup. I think that is a competition. That's a real competition. Guys, this is a charity event. Remember, it's originally called the Charity Shield.
Charity Shield, yes.
And it is still a charity event. So I don't think the Community Shield holds as much weight as a German Super Cup, Spanish Super Cup, or Italian Super Cup.
You still have to pay for them tickets, so
that goes to charity.
Yeah, but they go to charity, right?
Yeah, but at the end of the day,
the Super Cup is like, it's a competition. It's not a charity event. It's a competition. The it's a charity event, and all your tickets go towards a charity.
I mean, it does the same thing. So it's the same, like the winner of the league and the cup, national cup, plays against. For me, it's the same thing. Like, it's the same.
Speaking of charity, did you see Stamford Bridge today?
Abdullahi.
Did you see that seat goal?
Kenny, no, hold on. Before I go to you, Kenny, don't ever bring up whatever happened at the bridge because you know that's why we have that blonde dude with a butterfly. The reason why we put our butterfly match is because of that game that took place at the bridge. So Benny, don't mention that game to me. Look, as again, shout out to my Ukrainian brothers out there, but please don't mention that game to me.
All I'm saying is that we need a midfielder, and what I've seen from Seedorf during that game, boy. Anyways, let's stop.
You guys got Cocaine Gallagher. You'll be fine.
Yeah, that's charity enough.
And Kenny, I'd take it. I'd take Seedorf right now over Cocaine Gallagher. I'm sorry, Arsenal or City, who looks better? Who's going to say what's up coming to next season?
Yeah, I watched Manchester City preseason. They don't really look good to me, and I also watch Arsenal's preseason. I'm a little bit not like happy about it. Sometimes they kind of play too much, and sometimes they play a little bit okay. But I'm like, okay, let's see. And the combination is weird because I look at the history of the combination and the following season, it's been a little bit dicey. So I think I'm going to hedge it a little bit to Manchester City. And the reason is because I think This is the question I asked Arsenal fans.
Well, hold up. So if City win it, that means we all have a chance next season then to win the league. If City win it,
yes, I guess.
All right.
Chelsea also, yeah.
Maybe. But the reason I give it to City is I know Arsenal this, Arsenal that, and this is where it's a little bit that I said it to Arsenal fans. Is the failure of Arsenal fans is not the players, it's Mikel Arteta, because it does not have the experience to go toe-to-toe with Pep Guardiola, Jurgen Klopp, and other guys. That is my issue with. But the Community Shield is a big test for them coming to next season, because next week is the Premier League start. So let's see how they can perform together as a team. Maybe then we'll be able to judge them. For me, I'm still gonna hedge it a little bit to City, because it's Pep. Pep, see, anything when it comes to trophy or any trophy, Pep does not joke with it. Carabao Cup, FA Cup, you're gonna be seeing Pep.
He lost the last 2 Community Shields though.
I know, that's why it's gonna be in his head that I lost these 2 Community Shields to this team. I want to win this one. And remember, there's a new player like Gavior who needs to win. Kovacic and Koué also have to win also too. So there are a lot of new players. See, like KDB and Kou, maybe they haven't won the Community Shield yet. So some players need to understand that they have to keep winning. So it's Manchester City. There's a standard to hit, but we have to wait and see. But I'm gonna hedge it to City for me though, and this is gonna be the big question to ask Arteta. If they lose, what's gonna be the scenario? Are they gonna be like Arsenal crumbling or Arsenal not ready? Because they told us last season Arsenal are the biggest team in terms of the best team in London. Okay, Chelsea is not the UCL, no problem. Oh, fine. Arsenal, best team in London. Let's see how you're gonna perform against the best team in Manchester. Let's see.
All right, look, man. So let's now. So, guys, obviously with the Premier League starting and everything, I think it's only fair that we break down our top 10 Premier League champions. And guys, I want you to be fair here, and also
I've got my list.
This is a key criteria. A key criteria is who was the first to break a record, not who was the second. Who was the first to break a record? Keep that in mind. So it doesn't matter whether you were the first team to hold a record means something. Because there is one club who still have one record and who were the first to break another record. That's what I'm saying. No, like one team has a record that still stands, which is an outstanding record. Another team who were the first team to break a record, and they did it without an oil rig. They did it without an oil rig.
Wait, didn't have Russian blood money?
Wait, HH, I have a question about this.
Yes.
Does the so are we only counting the Premier League campaign that these teams had, or is every other trophy they win like taking that account as well?
I think we take, because my thing is that it is the best team. So who is the most impressive team? So we're taking everything into account. Take everything into account. So in terms of just how good the team was and how impressive the team was in what they did that season. So for me, record tax, treble tax, and defensive tax. Also, first season tax of a manager also holds sway. So if a manager did this in his first season, that's the heaviest tax. If a manager said what's up in his very first season. So
wait, that means Leicester first then.
Facts.
Yeah, Leicester would be first.
Wait.
First season.
J Swiss, as I already said that, we are doing 2 to 9. We know what number 1 is and we know what number 10 is. Spoiler alert, Leicester City at 10th. Spoiler alert.
I just have a question.
Yeah, Iska, what's the question?
Why is 2020 Liverpool not over Leicester? What's going on with that? Or even 2015 Chelsea? Why are neither one of them over Leicester? 2020
Liverpool is in the list.
Wait, they are? I didn't see them.
He put it as 2019, but you meant 2020.
No, sorry, I meant to put 2020 Liverpool. Yeah. So basically, I meant to put Liverpool 2020. Look, so she said Chelsea 2015 over Leicester.
Well, because I just don't think. Okay, like, are we?
No. Leicester have to be in the list.
I just like Leicester is a great story, but like if you actually care about the best team that won, they're not on this list.
No. See, for me, the reason why I put Leicester because I think that we have to take each season for what it was and how it's how impressive that win was. Hence why we're taking everything into account. You know, because you see, I would have put Blackburn, but a lot of guys are too young to remember Blackburn Rovers in '95, which I think should be on this list. So let's do this because it's about how impressive what it did was. based on what you have. So this is sort of like pound for pound, the best EPL team, pound for pound.
Okay,
So,
HA, by that logic, is the Centurions. They broke every single record, pretty much.
Did you win
by
the
that
UCL?
logic? Centurions.
Did you win the
Then,
no,
17,
look,
18.
look. We'll argue because I'm sorry, I'm not putting this Centurions over Mourinho's team. I'm not doing it. So sorry.
Is it just what they did in the Premier League, or is it like as well we go in Champions League and all that?
You still don't know. You're basically
Do you care about the strength of their competition?
This is pound for pound taking everything to account. Look, see,
you got
this
the
is
strength competition.
So
I think the confusion comes because you said top 10 Prem champions. So
yeah, Prem,
why not call it top 10 English team, like English teams? But like I understood it as just Premier League, not just
Premier League.
Yeah, I think that's the confusion.
Okay. So if you know what, I think it would be better if we just focus on how good the team was. So because here's my thing. Yes, let's focus on how good they were as a Premier League team. Because here's the thing. Both things work, because that United team and the City treble team, those were amazing teams, and they were so amazing they won that UCL as well. So those teams were amazing if you just keep it in the Premier League, but they were so good. They also said it was to be another competition as well, but still, it's fine. Let's just focus on how good these Premier League teams were. So, let me start, and then we'll go down the line. So. First one, we have Arsenal Invincibles. All right. I'm putting these guys.
No, that to be top 5.
No,
I'm putting these guys.
I put them.
I put them number 6 actually.
Them as a right, I'm putting them 3rd.
Are we going through everyone's
Yeah. So we're going to look at everyone's list, and then we'll then start to argue afterwards. So, Hokage, where do you have Chelsea 0405? So remember, this is the defensive record, 15 goals conceded, which still stands.
I have them at 2. This is just Prem, right? This is just Prem.
Just Prem.
This is number 2 for me.
All right. Okay. So, J2S, where do you have Chelsea 09-2010, first team to break the goals record with 103 goals?
Can you see where was the list again? The ones that we have so far. Gonna put them 5th.
Okay. Abdallah, where do you have Leicester City?
Leicester City, I put them at 7th.
7th?
Yes.
Wow.
What? Okay.
Anything with single digits.
Okay. Oh no. Okay, fine. That's fine. Guled, where do you have Liverpool?
If I take everything into consideration, HH, I would probably put them 6th.
6th. Okay. All right. Where we Kenny? Where do you have City Centurions? 100 points.
I think they're number 1.
Oh fuck! What?
They have to be.
If you
no,
look
they
like
don't have to be. Okay, look, we will argue afterwards. We'll argue afterwards. Well, no, we'll argue afterwards. We'll argue afterwards because I think that we have to talk about an Origa and the money spent. But it's fine. We'll argue afterwards. We'll argue afterwards. So, AK, where do you have City 18-19? This was 98 points.
Domestic treble.
I actually had them 3rd.
Oh, that's
domestic
treble.
Yeah, 3rd.
All right. Okay, Dari, we'll shift.
We're 18-19.
So what's it called? BMF, where do you have the last season City treble winners?
I'll say number 1. They have to be there, like the treble.
Number 1.
Yeah.
But we're going up just based off Prem.
No. Just based off of the
based on Prem. Oh yeah, they'll be like, I'll say number 8.
Number 8. Okay.
Yeah.
Abdullahi, where do you have the United 98 and 99 team?
Interesting. Can I see the list?
So this is the list that we have here. Actually, let me zoom out a bit because I'm not sure that you guys can see Tiff if I zoom out. There we go.
Can you take off the Liverpool one and put United in 5th?
Well, no. Liverpool are in 6th.
Okay.
HH, I actually have a change of opinion for City 18-19.
Okay, no, don't we'll get it. Okay, so where do you want to put United? What position?
Okay, are we gonna do this just based on Prem only, right?
Just Prem only.
Interesting. Okay, put it beside Leicester City.
Wait, so no. What's okay? So okay. Look, let's just move it down. So you want to put them in 7th.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and SK, where do you put United 07-08?
I put them in probably 4th.
You put them 4th. Okay, all right, we'll move everything down. All right, so
which year was the Centurions?
17-18.
Oh, so no, I think the domestic trouble is the best.
So this is what we have so far. Remember, so we'll review ourselves. So far, it's what we have straight so far. So, City Centurions, Chelsea 04-05, which would be number 1. I'll argue with that. City 18-19, 98 points. Number 4 is United 07-08. 5 is the Arsenal Invincible. 6 is Chelsea 09-010. 7th is Liverpool 19-20. 8th is United 98-99. 9th is Leicester City. 10th is City's treble last season. All right. Are we all okay? So do we all agree with City being number 1 in Centurions? Because why?
Yeah, but not the Centurions. I think the domestic trouble.
18-19 should be number 1.
Yeah.
I have a case for 18-19.
Yeah, 18-19. Yeah, I agree.
Okay. So AK, what's your case for 18-19 over the Centurions?
People forget. Firstly, if we're talking about competition, that 18-19 team beat a Liverpool team that, had they not beaten them, would have gone invincible, and they would have gotten 97. They would have, how many points would they have gotten that season?
They would have gone unbeaten, by the way, AK. They would have gone unbeaten.
They would have gone unbeaten, and I think they would have gone 100 points as well. Because they lost once. And they got
they finished on 97.
See, that's my thing. Okay, can we have because I fully agree with you, because I think that
also keep in mind, they won the league based on a 14-game winning run. They won 14 games on the bounce, and they did it without KDB, and they did it with Fabian Delph at left back.
Yeah, see, for me, the reason why I say City 18, because I think that's just a better team. Yes, they broke all the records and they did all the whole points thing, but I felt that just the point that AK made, how good that Liverpool team was. So it's the points they accumulated, their winning run, and how good the Liverpool team was. Because correct me if I'm wrong, are those the most points accumulated by a first and second team ever domestically? Or did Barca and Real Madrid do something more?
I think Barca and Real Madrid probably.
I think Barca did 100 and Madrid did 97 once, but I don't.
Yeah, no. Barca did 99 one year and Madrid did 96. So it might be
okay.
Even.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. So no, but still though, that is still crazy for one team to do 98 and another team to do 97. And I think because of that, okay. Is anyone repping Chelsea 04-05 to be number 1?
I would.
There's a case. There's a case.
I might have.
I have a case for that one as well.
There's a case.
Okay, good. Make the case for Chelsea 04-05 to be number 1, because we need to speak about 2 things: a manager's first season in a new country after saying he was the special one, so he actually put himself under pressure, and a ridiculous defensive record that still holds and losing only once. Good.
Yes, exactly, HH. And to top that off, he had all the pressure in the world on him because he just won the Champions League with Porto. So this guy came with a heavy burden already. And the media were waiting for him to make one slight mistake. And the guy's record still stands until today. So I think, for me personally, that number 1 position is between him and Leicester. And the reason why I had Leicester.
Oh, wow. Okay, talk to me.
Because Ranieri, that was his first season, number 1. Number 2, as you said, pound for pound, all the players apart from Vardy was nameless or unknown or quote unquote average. right? Like they were not so-called world-class players or even accounted to be even good players in terms of how the world sees the players nowadays. So in terms of not only them being super underdogs, but the run that they made and the players that they produced, which one of them is N'Golo Kante, actually went on to win the Champions League, the World Cup, and actually complete football before the age of 34. That for me is actually impressive.
The only pushback I'll have with that goal is competition. Because we can all agree that if any of these 9 other teams were in that season, they beat Leicester. Remember, Leicester, was it 70 what? How much did they get?
75 points, I think.
Come on, 75. So,
79,
so my thing is that, with
But
all
it's
due
also
disrespect, Arsenal and Tottenham were not great that season, and also all these 9 teams were on a whole different level to that Leicester. So, look, here's the thing, Gullet. It is
The achievement.
thank you. It is the most impressive, guys. Next to Greece Euro 04, I've got to keep it a stack. That might be, in my lifetime, the most impressive football achievement ever. Because remember, it's 38 games, and you're also dealing with money as well. See, Greece is what, 10 games? It's not impressive, but it's still 10 games. This is 38 games when you're dealing with clubs who can spend 20, 30 times more than you over 38 games. So it is the most impressive achievement. But in terms of top 10 EPL winners, I can't put them above these other guys, man.
And I think Greece was 16 because the Euros back then to win 3 group stage games and straight to the quarters, right?
Yes, quarters.
It was
quarters.
Also, something that also enhances Chelsea's argument is they conceded 15 goals that season.
Yes.
I don't think a team in the Premier League in the history of the Prem has conceded less than 20. So it's not even that any team has gotten if you look at Invincibles or 100 points, teams have gotten close to that record. No team has gotten even close to Chelsea's number.
Oh no, AK.
And that's some
no. AK, let's stay there. AK, let's stay there. What are we saying about Arsenal's Invincibles? Nobody has yet done what they have done.
Yeah.
In all this time. So should they be 5th?
I put them 4th.
Because at the end of the day, not losing is impressive, of course, right? But it's about how many games you actually win to get to the title, right? You can that, for example, like the Liverpool team we just talked about that aren't on this list. They only lost 1 game, so they technically lost less games than the City team we have first. Yet, guess what? Who's on the list, right? It's the City team because they actually won the title. So, not losing.
Oh no, sorry. Leicester got 81 points. Sorry, they got 81 points. All right.
Yeah. So, not losing obviously holds some weight, but I don't think it holds as much weight as Arsenal fans would want it to have. Because at the end of the day, you still have to actually.
But no one's done it. In all these years since 1992, they're still the only team to go through an entire season unbeaten and win the league.
But you are forgetting something. In the 04-05 season, Chelsea kept 24 clean sheet in 38 games. You gotta understand that also too.
And they did beat that invincible team as well.
Exactly.
And it wasn't like the invincible team fell off. They tried to compete. They just didn't.
Because if you look at the invincible team, they had so many draws instead of wins. So yeah, you can say invincible, but they have so many draws.
Okay, so where are we at? So are we all in agreement of 18-19 City at number 1?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, hold on. So we're not, guys, come on, we're not ripping, guys. Chelsea,
I don't
defensive.
Chelsea,
I don't think
that
so.
18-19, that was
How many years did Pep take to be on the helm for him to achieve?
That was season 3.
I think it was 3 years.
Season 3.
Yes. So how can you compare that to someone who just came from another country who doesn't speak the
first season, yo?
Yeah, but that only matters for the story.
That's the story.
That first title was in his second season, though. His second season at City, his first Prem.
Yes.
Yeah, Centurions.
That was the Centurions. Let's keep it. So number 1 for now, 18-19. Number 2 is Chelsea 04-05. Number 3 is City Centurions. So let's talk about 4. United 07-08.
That's
They're the team that won the Champions League, right?
I put
Yeah.
Arsenal there, to be
The
honest.
three-peat.
So
the
and
second of
also
the
that was
three-peat.
Cristiano's like crazy season as well.
Can I
Yeah, that was
also make the case
Ballon
for
d'Or
them? The
Cristiano.
team that finished second behind them was the team that literally made the Champions League final. So they had like better competition as well, and they still won the league against a team that literally was good enough to make a Champions League final, and the team that won 2 of the last 3 previous league titles. So
Yeah, that front three was crazy, man.
Yeah, no, guys, I know I have
So how
my
much-
beef against United and everything, guys. That's United 2018 was stupid, bro. That team. Basically, that team was
Really
stupid.
Tevez.
Yeah, like that team was stupid.
That's
Okay,
like-
so 5 Arsenal Invincibles for now. 6 Chelsea 09-010. Any complaints?
That's my
Any
favorite-
complaints? Any
that's my
complaints?
favorite Chelsea team.
I'll be honest. I'd actually put
that Chelsea
Liverpool
team wasn't
ahead
that
of
good.
them.
Okay,
I put
let's
Liverpool
let's
ahead
talk
of
about it. Who should be higher, Liverpool, or Chelsea 09-010?
Liverpool.
It should probably be Liverpool.
Liverpool.
But that Chelsea team is my favorite team.
Why Liverpool? Because
No,
that
good
Chelsea
job,
team
man.
is good.
HH,
I
between
mean, like, that Liverpool team is 99 points, lost what, 1 game?
True. Yeah, I think Liverpool.
HH also, I think that Liverpool team between a certain period from 2019
Yeah,
to
they won,
2020, out of
didn't
105 points, they won 103 points. The
Yeah, you
start
have
to-
to put Liverpool. Yeah.
That start to a season was incredible. I think they had like
Yeah, they went
27 wins,
crazy.
1 draw, and 1 loss in like 29 games.
HH, you know what the debate is between these two positions?
Mm.
It's about a system success and an individual success in terms of players.
Yeah, because
I think
the problem with that Chelsea team was the fact that like they almost choked the title. Like I think I can't think of how many weeks they almost screwed
No,
up. Actually
but
winning
come
it.
on, bro. Like, so what's the goals record? It's 100 and what, 7 or 8?
106, I think.
Oh, come on. They only did
106.
3 more than us. But
No,
come
that
on.
season was crazy. I remember
103 goals.
the 7-0. That was big.
No, Carlo cooked, man. Carlo cooked.
It did. Man.
Okay, so for now, we have Liverpool at 6, Chelsea 09-010 at 7, number 8, United 98-99, number 9. So, should United 98-99 be higher than Leicester City? Are we in agreement there?
Yeah.
I didn't watch them times. Oh no.
Oh, okay.
No,
So,
no,
Okay, let me put it into context for you. Again, that Arsenal team was bloody good. That was this was peak Dennis Bergkamp, pretty much peak Vieira, peak everything, and they had to really do battle with Arsenal. So we're putting UCL aside, but that's United. Now the 07-08 team is better, but that 98-99, remember that was Schmeichel. That was your boy Bex. That was Giggs. That was Scholes. That was Keane. That was York and Cole. It was a damn good team, man. Yeah.
Because didn't a 98 Chelsea team almost wasn't there only like 4 points behind them as well?
The 90. Wait, you mean 97, 98, or 98 to 99?
No, the treble winners, the 98, 99 one. I'm pretty sure.
No. Arsenal came second.
No, I know, but I'm saying the Chelsea team was only like 4 points. They came third, and they were only like 4 points behind Man United. And this is a Chelsea
Yeah, I think
team.
4 or 5. 4 or 5.
Yeah, this is a Chelsea team without, with like this ain't obviously it's not Abramovich's Chelsea either. So, and especially if we're only looking at league performance, I think that you have to take that into account.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sure. So 98 to 99, United 79 points. Well, Arsenal 78, Chelsea 75. Wow, Leeds came fourth with 67. Damn.
So many draws for this.
Yeah. So what are we saying about Leicester? So should Leicester be above the City team of last season?
No, they shouldn't.
HH, can we also take into account that they actually won by 10 points, even though they're such underdogs?
Leicester.
Leicester.
Yeah, I think Arsenal finished second with 71 points. I think they won with 81.
Okay, now here's my arguments. Opposition tax. Leicester very good, but good at let's not talk real. Good at let's talk real. City managed to beat a team who are top of the table for 93% of the time. Because let's keep it now. Good at I wasn't saying this. Good at I know you weren't saying this, but a lot of people said Arsenal had already won the league. And it is the first time in history that a team has been top of the table for that long and have ended up losing. So my issue is Leicester I believe it's the most impressive footballing achievement. But in terms of quality of team, specifically who you were facing, City's opposition was far better than Leicester's opposition. Because that Arsenal and Tottenham team that season for Leicester were nowhere near as good as this Arsenal team, who were top for 93% of the freaking time of the table.
So shouldn't they be above the Man United treble team as well then?
You just opened a whole kind of new world.
And I have opened up a whole I've opened up a whole Pandora's box.
I think the only problem with last year's City team,
Wait, hold on. Okay, let me come to SK then BMF. SK.
like because the only problem with last year's City team is the fact that I can't respect Arsenal. So you overtaking a bunch of kids is not gonna be it's not really gonna move me.
SK, you can't do that. SK, they were top for 90%. See, my thing is that let's be real. Yes, I never believed they would win it, but we have to deal with facts. They were top for 93% of the time, and everybody thought they'd already won the league. So for City to just keep going, to beat a team like that were top for that amount of time, you've got to be at a particularly high level.
Yeah, but all these teams are at a pretty high level. We wouldn't be talking about.
And also keep in mind as well that they had a dude that's he dropped 35, 36 Gs.
Yeah. Okay, HH, the real biggest issue with the whole Arsenal thing is if Arsenal had gotten 87, 80 or 89, but they just didn't have that last bit of consistency and City overtook them, then I would understand but Arsenal literally collapsed. And they only finished on 83, 84. So it has more to do with Arsenal's bottle job than City just actually overtaking them. If Arsenal had finished in the high 80s, low 90s, and City overtook them, then I think your point about them, being top for that long would hit more, in my opinion. It's basically what I'm saying.
Okay, hold on. And BMF, what are you saying?
I was going to say with Serie, right? The reason why I can't, put them on that, is because they still have that 115 charges, that RICO case on their head. So, I can't.
No, we're not doing that. No. BMF, we still live in a society of innocence until proven guilty. Okay, so we're not applying RICO tax to this list. That sounds ridiculous. Okay, so guys, what are we saying?
With this Serie team, the reason why, because with Arsenal, right, if this was Liverpool that was on top of that league, they don't win the league. The problem was, it's Arsenal. They're ball jobs. They're ball jobs. They literally just gave the title to City. That's it. They gave it to them. City didn't have to go on Jared one. They just gave it to them.
Yeah. BMF comes with a good point. You see, this is why I like the debates. Yes, top for 90% of the time, amazing. But the challenge that Arsenal gave to United, that 1999 season, was far better than Arsenal. Because let's be real, Arsenal gave. Bro, City didn't even have to win. See, United had that game went to the last day of the season, and it was 1 point.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas for City didn't even have to win.
Keep in mind what happened when City faced Arsenal. They beat them 4-1 and they beat them 3-1.
Yeah, you know what? Nah, I'm sorry. No. United stay where they are. So we're still happy with Chelsea 09-010 to be in 7th.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, look, I think this list is seeming to come across. Okay. Let's go back again. So, number 1, City 18-19. Are we all happy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 2, Chelsea 04-05. Are we happy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
3, Chelsea City Centurions. Happy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
4, United 07-08.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 5, Arsenal Invincibles.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 6, Liverpool, 99 points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
7, Chelsea 09-010.
Mm-hmm.
8, United 98-99.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
City last season.
Yeah.
So obviously that's what 20-23, and Leicester City. Yeah. Okay.
That's a list right there.
Yeah, sorry. Good. Go for it.
Yeah. Sorry, Abdullah. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. Something is just bugging me there. You see, with the 98-99 season for Man United, in terms of the treble, HH, are we also going to consider the era within which they dominated in terms of how close all the teams were?
How so? In what sense?
Like in terms of like, of course, at that time, football didn't evolve the way it did now. So it was more physical. All the teams were like close in terms of points, as you said. You know, the next season we finished 5 points in third position. Arsenal finished, I think, 3 points behind them or 4. So in terms of the era and the dominance that they, like, because they actually made history within that era. Do you think we can take that era into account as well? And in terms of the kind of football, how physical it was, how intense it was?
I think this list should be about. That's why we're getting into a very complicated era because, okay, for instance, right now, who wins? United 99 or City 18-19? Most guys will say City 18-19, but how do we know? Because these are two different eras. And football has evolved a lot from 99 to how it was in 2018 or 2019. So it's a very difficult thing to pose. So all we can just say is what you did for that era. So trying to now compile this list, we just have to be how much were you set apart and stand apart for your era and your generation? And what that 18-19 City team did, I just think that was a season where, okay, these guys are on a completely different level to anything we've ever seen before. Similar to Arsenal Invincibles. Because when Arsenal did what they did, because people say, oh, they had many draws. Guys, Arsenal played ridiculous for that season. And nobody had ever seen football played that way, like that, ever before in the Premier League. So Arsenal completely revolutionized. What Arsenal did is similar to what Pep did with City in terms of the football that Arsenal played in the Invincible season. Those draws came towards the end of the season. Because that's what, okay, look, we're almost here, but let's not be clear. But I remember I was in Atlanta for like the first third of the season, and I was just watching the games, and Arsenal for that first third were crazy. The football Arsenal were playing that first third was freaking out of this world. No one had ever seen football like that ever. So you just have to be like, how good were you of that era? Because see, that's why I say, like, let's give Arsenal Invincibles a bit of a dub. That was an amazing team. Hence, and the thing about Arsenal Invincibles is they screwed up. Now, shout out to Wayne Bridge. Shout out to your boy Wayne Bridge. That was a season they win the UCL. Because that was the season that Real Madrid, AC Milan, Juventus all went out early. And because if Arsenal had beaten Chelsea in the UCL, then they would have faced Monaco. And if they'd beaten Monaco, then they'd have faced FC Porto. That was their chance to win the UCL. Because that was Arsenal's best team. So, yeah, that was it. Because Abdullah, talk to me. You want to say something, Abdullah? Abdullah?
Yeah, I want to say something. Yeah. I think for me, the Invincible, go back to the list because I was the Invincible to HH. And like what you said, credit has not been given to the Invincible, but HH, they messed up real bad. And they accumulated so much draws, which I'm like, yeah, they can be invisible. But at least for me, my expectation for the Invincible, they should have gotten more wins rather than more draws. But then the problem now is no one has even broken that record yet, and it's still kind of stay. So for me, I think the Arsenal Invincible should go fourth for me, though, ahead of Man United. For me.
That is see for me. That United team was bloody good, man. Yes. Like because see, yes, we repped the Arsenal Invincibles team, but remember, we have to look over the course of the season. Mm-hmm. Now, to be undefeated is amazing, but Abdullah, do you know what Cristiano did that season?
I know it was. Oh my God, it was.
Like I mean, put it this way, like that's what people have said. That, like, it's all agreed that Henry is the greatest Premier League player of all time, but people even put Cristiano in the conversation, and he played what was it 4 or 5 years in the Premier League? Yeah, and he's already in the conversation for one of the greatest ever Premier League players, and that was his greatest ever season. And for me, this is me. I believe that is Cristiano's greatest ever season in terms of a footballer.
Yeah.
So, like 07, 08, that was it. And yes, we're not taking UCL into account, but they were so good. They were amazing on another front. Like, okay, like wait, what happened in that FA Cup that season for United?
I think we We lost.
I
I
think
think we won the League Cup at that time. So
Yeah. Wait. Streets, tell me what happened to United in the FA Cup in that 07-08 season. Streets, talk to me. But yeah, but look, like Cristiano was like that front three was mad.
Rooney,
that front three was mad. Rooney, Tevez, Cristiano.
One of the best in the Prem.
Yeah, I agree because the 07-08 was that front three was, but the Arsenal invincible for me. We lost to Portsmouth.
Oh my god! Should I have Portsmouth back?
They lost to Portsmouth, yes.
At least Portsmouth actually won. I think they won the trophy that year, though.
Yeah. I think didn't Kanu score in the final?
Yeah,
with Harry Redknapp. Yeah, with Redknapp. Yeah.
Respect. You have to respect them still. At least they won it.
Mm-hmm. It would be even crazy if they lost and then Portsmouth didn't even win the competition.
Yeah, no, so look, I think we're good on this list, man. I think we're good on this list. So yeah, so look, so again, so finalists before we write us. So number 1 is City 18-19. This was 98 points. 2, Chelsea 04-05, 15 goals conceded, defensive record. 3, City 17-18 Centurions. Number 4, United 07-08, where they also won the UCL. 5, Arsenal Invincibles. 6, Liverpool 99 points, 1920. 7, Chelsea 09-10, first time to break the goals record with 103 goals. 8, United 98-99, treble season. City 22-23, treble season. And number 10, Leicester City, man. Yeah, man. That's so guys, so we're really not rolling a guy who his first season. His first season.
That City team did not have De Bruyne. They didn't have De Bruyne. De Bruyne was out for like a major part of that season.
AK, how does a manager he doesn't understand the language, he doesn't understand the food. In his first season, breaks the defensive record, loses one game, and gets 95 points.
I rate that team very highly. I rate that Chelsea team incredibly. A very difficult decision between them and City 18-19. But City 18-19 literally had everything against them. They had an incredible Liverpool team. They literally had to win 14 games in a row to win the title. And they played with Fabian Delph.
Shout out to Fabian Delph. Wait, hold on. Let me say shout out to that's it. HH, do you think Chelsea will win a Premier League under Poch? They better. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's here to win me a Premier League. So he's not here for web. So whether he does or not, it doesn't matter. He better win a Premier League. So he better do. From Joshua Jacob, thank you for the dub, Joshua. Olise coming, HH. Salini is back at Chelsea, baby. H. Hopefully, man. Look, if Chelsea gets your boy Olise, man, if he's coming in, make sure cocaine is going out. That's what I want. I want Olise coming in. I want Teshi coming in, and I want that idiot.
Actually, Fabrizio still told he said Ali Adams is an option for the midfield.
That's actually a good option. That's a good option for you guys.
With Caicedo, both of them.
I can't lie.
I wanted Caicedo. So
it's both of them, Caicedo and
in terms of depth.
Yeah, both of them.
All right, so guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow for the Community Shield, guys. Peace out. Stay right through. Peace out.